I call bullshit on an Allosaurus fitting in a dining room, by the way.
It didn't fit. It knocked the table over.
It's only large. Anyway, guys, since Maria's not going to be joining us, I am going to go ahead and just start the game. Like always, I want one of you to give us all a little recap of what happened last session. So if anyone feels ballsy, go ahead.
I nominate Hampus.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Hampus. We should know
Hampus,
exactly what
No
happened.
idea.
So, we began last time with the aftermath of the terrible decision making.
Your terrible decision making.
Somebody's
Did they
terrible
tell you
decision-making.
how they killed me, Hampus? Did they tell you? Vic's
Um,
rolls and Ludwig's decision making managed to kill me.
I
I
know
was
nothing
double
of this.
teamed by
Watched the
Swedes, and not even
stream
on
for, like,
Pornhub.
Something happened, and 2 characters died. Anyway, so after that, the rest of the party gathered up and headed back to the sanctuary, together with Dawnbringer. Getting back there, they pretty much was gonna what's the word?
Regroup.
Regroup. Thank you. Regroup. Luckily for them, though, a strange Asimar came through the gate carrying their friend Aramis. He was almost dead, but still alive, and
So only mostly dead.
mostly dead. They put him in the hospital thingy, infirmary, where they patched him up as best as they could. About this time, there was also the baker girl, Isabella? Camilla? Matilda. Who ran up to Tobor, saying that she'd found someone who could help the group, or needed help from the group, maybe a little bit of both. And they brought an elven girl with a lot of cyborg parts attached to her. My character Kia, though. Anyway, as soon as Aramis had gotten better, and gotten to know that his cousin was dead, something which tore at him quite hard, the party gathered up and headed to Dawnbringer in order to see where things were going now. The party picked up Karanax, the Asimar, on the way back, as he couldn't gain entrance to Dawnbringer on his own. And together, after a little bit of messing about in her office, Dawnbringer basically told the party that she was done with the party doing its own thing. It had gone terrible, and she was gonna call the shots. And the party pretty much said, "Yeah, sure, okay." Her orders was to head towards the square in the northeast, and pretty much attack the trap, where the party would head towards a garrison building that had been overrun, and look for, forgot her name, Whitmore, I think her name was, the mother of one of the young girls we had saved a few days earlier. We were also told that if we ran into Ryder, we were to bring him alive to Dawnbringer.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Oh, no. I'm sure she didn't say anything like that.
Anyway, we got to the garrison, and after fighting some counters outside, that worked out very well for us. We accidentally, someone at the party accidentally ignored a screamer who alerted the horde. Choosing not to fight it, as it carried at least one zombie clot, we retreated into the garrison, in which we are currently clearing. We've cleared 2 rooms, in which one had a weird frog, and the other had ghost people who stole our strength. A table was flipped, and that's pretty much where we are right now.
Is there anything anyone else would like to add to this?
Not that I can think of. That was
No,
pretty
he's
good.
usually pretty accurate.
One thing, the fight that went really well for us outside didn't. I lost my only form of attack.
Well, it went fine for us.
Yeah.
To a 60-foot AOE.
Yeah. Well. Well.
Oh, and also everyone left gold on the table.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going back to pick that up. But anyway, the inspiration. Does anyone want an inspiration?
Still got mine.
Still have mine. He
Hampus
gave it
won.
for RP last week.
So Mike or Hampus?
Yay! Maria, do you want inspiration? Say now. Right, good.
All right, Hampus. By the way, I am going to tell everyone that Hampus is new to Dungeons and Dragons, and what I mean is that it might be a bit slower for him in the beginning. Since
I'm
he
new
doesn't
to
know all
this
of-
Dungeons and Dragons, like the system of Dungeons and Dragons. I've played a bunch of other role plays. Like,
If you've played other roleplay systems, this isn't hard.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Is it worth him sort of with us coaching a little bit, playing Maria's character today, so he can get a feel for it?
We'll do fine. Don't worry about it. And if you die, we'll laugh hysterically.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Ludwig, for the recap. I believe you gave it away, so congratulations. All right, let's kick.
Vic, before we continue, was this a doorway here?
There's a doorway to the north and to the east.
Okay.
So, as the battle with the shadows stills, with the only living thing being here being a zombie that was taken down quite expertly, the room stands still. Above you hangs a golden chandelier that creaks as it tilts forward and backward. The table has been tipped over by the massive dinosaur, and on the floor lies a map of the city that has been covered in blood. And also, you can see a knife on the ground that has been covered in blood, with the blade covered in blood. This knife isn't a military one. Instead, it is one of more like a shank than anything else.
Oh, that's right. We discovered the cat, the tabaxi, betrayed the garrison.
Oh you did hear the shadows, these spirits, as they screamed out for revenge and to hide and avoid a tabaxi. What do you do?
Wasn't there a tabaxi back at base?
Tabaxi was the medic healer that was dealing with everyone.
Oh, good.
I pocket the shank, by the way.
All right. The blood is dried off. It is almost black in its color.
Cool. I'll keep it. It's a memento.
There was another shank in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Before not being in the other room is going to go and investigate and go, "Oh, what's down there?"
Dwarf, stay close.
Manage to
Heal.
pour everything.
Sit. Stay.
Or in this room, it smells of. It faintly smells of tobacco. There's a large table in front of you with a couple of silver coins and gold coins being on the table. Someone seems to have perhaps been playing poker here. However, the cards that were once white are now covered in red blood, with handprints covering the table. There's
this guy
also
not dead?
Yeah, that's the guy.
a creature laying slain at the very end of this room. It looks to be a frog, a large frog. You've heard of large frogs before. It's not really uncommon for you. But this one is different. This one is covered in boils. Each of them have been popped. So there's this miasma of yellow spludge around this dead creature.
Okay. Two things. One, being a wizard, I need that gold and silver, please. I'll pick that off the table.
Yeah. There's a total of 22 silver pieces and another 20 gold pieces on the table. They're all covered in blood as well.
22 gold, and what was it?
22 silver and 20 gold.
Cool. And I am interested in, because let's face it, you never put anything on a map that isn't interactable. That fruit bowl.
Yeah, there's a couple of fruits. They seem to be slightly not overgrown. What is it called? Övermogen.
Slightly
Overripe.
Overripe.
Yeah, they're slightly overripe.
I will take
still...
them. They're going to be ingredients for a meal. That's fine. They're going to get cooked up.
There are apples and oranges.
Cool.
There's no blood on these though.
Curious.
Apples.
From here, I look underneath the table. Do I see anything?
Except for a pile, like a large pool of dried up blood that the rug has absorbed. Nothing.
Okay.
There's also, because again, your map making, is that bottle on the table corked still?
Yes, it is. It is corked.
The board will take that again, if possible.
Yeah, it is half full though, or half
That's
empty.
anything that's not fucking nailed down, isn't it?
Food and drink ingredients. Yes,
Can
I'm
we
a
take
chef.
the chairs with
Thank
us
you very
later as
much.
well?
No, fuck the
Nice
chairs.
table. Let's bring that with us.
No, fuck that. I just need food. I need ingredients to keep you guys alive. If you want temporary hit points, shut up.
While he's doing that, I take a look at this head here.
Yeah, it seems to be a head of a obscenely large boar.
Is
You
that
can
a
roll
door?
No, there's no door there.
All right.
Let's see. Does anyone come from this city? No one.
Huh?
No one comes from this area or this city. No.
No.
All right. Never mind then. It's just a large head of a boar.
I was just looking to see if there's anything unusual about it.
Nothing.
Okay.
Cool. I just wanted the food and drink stuff. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right, this is the door, though, isn't it?
Oh, actually, I've got an idea, because I know Aramis is actually here, even though they're not. The boar, to try and breach the extend an olive branch, is going to prestidigitation on the cards, clean the blood off, and give a fresh pack of cards to Aramis.
All right. Not sure how he would respond to it.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not gonna roleplay that.
Yeah.
No. I'm just gonna give.
Oh, tar, love.
So 2 questions. Is it what level of light is it in here?
The chandelier is dimly lit above you.
Okay.
So there's it's dimly lit.
It's dimly lit. Okay. I'm just wondering if you need to move my token because of darkness and such. And 2, I can't actually touch his token, Aramis's token. I think you need to.
I'm gonna have to re-add it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, actually, as you're
There you go.
watching, Karanex's wounds glow and seal up. Because I can.
And then I come up behind you and say, "Knock, knock, big guy."
Yeah. I can open that.
All right.
The boar is
give me
sitting very
one
comfortable
second.
next to a big dinosaur, like kin.
So the door creaks open. In front of you is a I was about to say a tunnel, but it is a corridor, and there seems to be like pictures of different soldiers and garrison members on the walls. There's a very large one hanging here, displaying a slender young woman with long brown hair and blue, almost crystal eyes.
Look familiar at all?
It's the same. Okay. So the dinosaur just looks at it. Yeah, exactly. The dinosaur looks at it and makes a noise, and that is.
So
You get
let's see.
thumbs up.
You hear something coming from the west. It sounds large, and it sounds as if whatever it is scratching something wooden.
Scratching wooden.
Go, Scout Allosaurus.
Yeah. Does it sound like it's coming our way?
Send
No.
Aramis in.
Okay. So I guess the Allosaurus will attempt to sneak up.
Yeah. So roll stealth.
Yeah. There we go.
Sneaky Allosaurus.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Apparently so.
Because something's big doesn't mean it's not stealthy. The Allosaur walks slowly, its claws clicking on the wooden floor as it moves forward. As you peek your head over, almost like a scene from Jurassic Park,
Oh,
you
it's
see
funny.
a large ogre zombie standing and stretching on the door.
Yeah. So, looking into the room, the dinosaur is gonna charge in.
All right. Everyone else, roll me stealth as you move this way. Just make sure that
Yeah, right.
I wanna
Good
know-
luck.
I want to know if this thing is surprised or not.
I just wanna grab this token.
Ooh, I've got my new shiny
Well,
dragon.
unfortunately, it turns around as it hears the clanging of the metal plate armor that Karnax has, as well as everyone else who walks. Yes, Humpus, you can hear things. Like you can definitely hear something moving. However, it's not been unusual for you to hear people walking around. It's not unusual to you.
It's not unusual.
All right.
Ooh, it's quite unusual for you to get a decent initiative roll. Huh?
Yeah, and me.
I am disappointed in my new dragon dice. They only make a clacking noise and don't go whoosh or anything.
Okay, let's see. Tabor, you start off the combat as you just hear a booming roar and then something slamming.
I'm gonna move up to the big dinosaur, and I'm going to cast protection from evil and good
All right. On who?
Cool.
on the dinosaur.
Oh!
On the dinosaur. All right.
On the dinosaur.
Let's see. So anything that is undead, celestial, or etc. have disadvantage on attacks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That's really good.
And it can't be charmed, frightened, or anything by them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's been
That's-
way less than an hour since the courtyard outside, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, cool.
That's also my turn. That's as much as I'm doing.
All right. Karnax.
Cool. Can I actually get? No, I really can't. Right, well, I guess I'm moving to there. And moving my hex onto it.
All right.
And taking action.
Aramis.
What do I need to do as an action? Hang on.
Hang on, Max, wait,
Oh,
seeing if he's got
actually, yeah,
anything.
as an action, I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Blast it? Okay, sure. Yeah.
Haha, pew pew.
That is a hit. You only fire one blast at this level, right?
Yeah, and you get
Yeah.
some other d6 from me.
Get your hex.
Oh, yay!
Ooh, Very nice. So you fire your Eldritch Blast at it. It flies and hits its chest. You see its skin is still soft and not tough. And as it hits it, it just it grunts as blood, and it looks like a finger falls out from its mouth, belonging to a human. Aramis.
Okay, so let's not kill him. We'll move here. Bonus action dash. Move there. Do an attack with the Okay, his attacks has doubled as well. That's an attack from him.
Mm-hmm.
Does not have. He does have sneak due to being swashbuckling bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then retreats. Retreats back behind Karnax there. Because no opportunity attacks.
Yes.
That's the end of his
Why is my
turn.
name wrong?
All right. This thing is going to act with a thick, piercing wound. It is going to move forward, the very ground shaking as it tumbles forward. With its massive fist, you still see the veins of this thing. It's very strong, like all ogres are naturally. It is attempting to slam down at you, Karnax.
I am shocked by this revelation.
Critically misses you.
Ooh.
Oh, what a shame!
Lovely. Let's see. Natural weapon.
Makes a change.
So you see it misses you. It slams its fist down, cracking the tile floor below you. You catch a moment. You can now use your reaction to make an opportunity attack on it if you want to.
Oh, so close.
Well, I mean, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna smite it. What's that? It's not a crit, I know, but I'm gonna smite it anyway because it's 3d8 and I want to do something to it. I'm hoping it doesn't get another chance to do anything to me. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Oh, that is a lot of damage. You take your longsword and you stab it in the shoulder, and then the blade lights up in a holy fire, and like butter, it cuts deeper into the beast. It is still alive.
Well, shit.
Whisper.
You hear Whisper chuckling in the back and forms sickling, crackling energy blades of yellow and green. And he flips one to this gentleman's direction. That should do it.
Yes. Let's see. A 10? A 24, I mean. Damn. Okay, never mind.
The
24 is a
10 is 18
Yeah.
total damage.
Yeah. So yeah, you throw it. Let's see. Is it? I have to make sure that this thing isn't resistant or anything. It isn't. So you throw it. It doesn't seem to react. You know you've done damage, but it just doesn't seem to be reacting to it.
All right, and I send another one its way because, well, it's still moving, and it gets no sneak on this one.
All right, it's only 7. Only 7.
Mhm.
7 is still a lot. It doesn't
It
react.
did as much as the paladin was smiting.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. All right,
I'm done.
Severus, anything else? All
I'm
right.
done.
Raptor boy, girl.
Will attempt to consume what is left of it.
Yeah. Let's see. What is that? 17 piercing. You, with your massive maw, you grab a hold of its head and you push harder. And you hear the neck. You even feel the neck snapping in your maw. It falls down on its knees, seeming to be dead. But then, as it falls, it then roars. You can feel the echoing, like it echoes down your throat as it roars in your mouth. It then stands back up, straight back. It is still alive.
He roars back in its face. And that's the end of the turn.
All right, Tobor.
Gently sneeze at it.
I didn't think I was going to get a turn, so I didn't even prepare. I'm going to come
Kick it.
all the way next to it. Oh, and I'm just going to cast Shocking Grasp on it.
A 13 is a hit. Let's see. So it needs to make a serve? Yeah, you grab a hold of its arm, you shock it, electricity blows throughout this undead monstrosity of a corpse. Once again, it falls down, but stands up once again.
Bloody hell.
Oh, joyous. Well, that is it. That's all I've got.
Alright, Karnax.
Right. I've got advantage. Actually, hit. Oh, bugger. Never mind.
7 is unfortunately a miss. Even on this thing.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know
here's an
how I
8.
managed to hit it. I'm going to blame Tobor for jostling me out the way.
Aramis.
Oh, yeah, that's me right now. We'll just move past everyone and do the... Where the hell is the sheet now?
Ooh.
Do the rip here. There we go.
It is a hit. Let's see, what is that damage?
13.
A total of 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you stab it in the back. It falls down but stands up just as quickly,
Damn it.
clinging to life miraculously.
It's Booming Blade, although I don't think it's gonna move. So,
Yeah.
moves back here.
Alright. So, you still have it, like, its head is still in your maw. I'm going to roll a die to determine who it's going to be attacking, since it's just flavor, right?
Mhm.
So 1 is going to be the dinosaur, 2 is Karnax, and 3 is Tobor. Of course, Tobor! It screams as it's completely blinded. It just swings his arm around rapidly, and it misses you with a 9, Tobor.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof, indeed, it did maximum damage, so thank God it missed. Like, with each swing of its arm, you feel this gust of wind, almost like someone pushing you with just this pure force.
Sabor's just going to matrix it and use his tail as support. Sort of duck behind it, and the tail's there as like support. Just ping back up right afterwards. Like, yeah, come in.
Yep. Whisper.
All right. Seeing his charge dangerously close, Whisper's a tad bit unnerved and quickly sends 2 blades that way.
All right. A total of 13 damage. You do hit it.
And
It stands
then
up once again.
Oh my
What?
god.
I'm not done yet.
Survives longer than Holleran.
Also this one.
All right. 6 damage is enough. Let's see. Wait a minute. What? Yeah. Holy crap! You did it.
Hey.
You fire your blades at it. It screams one last time, seeming to rise up once again, its body covered in wounds of all different sorts of weaponry. But as it stands up once more, its body starts to shake, and then you feel your head being tugged down, raptor woman, as this thing just dies.
And then
Is-
turn to Aramis, call out his name, and go.
Kia
Not a
shakes it
scratch
bit,
on me.
make sure it's dead. And then just tosses it in a corner.
All right. Here you have a set of doors.
Before we move on, I'd like to search this room.
Oh, of course. It seems to be a receptionist of some sort. There's a book on the large table. I mean, yeah,
I
There's-
call Tobor's attention to the books.
I will definitely take a look at the 2 books, whilst also taking a look at the body to see if there's any usable meat that I can chop off of it. But I'll go towards the books whilst having a cursory glance back at the massive ogre body. Like, there's meat there.
Yeah. As you look upon this huge monster, I mean, you can all smell it at this point. It smells rotten and foul.
Too much gone.
Do not eat the undead. Anything else but the undead.
So the fingers of all the humanoids that Tabor's been eating the whole time.
That's funny. Oh yeah, shit. I don't know if they're undead.
Yeah! I took the fingers off the guards that we ended up having to kill in the pub.
What do you want? It's finger food.
Yeah!
Da.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a look at the books, please.
You want to look at the books, of course. Yeah, like I said before, the book that lays on the table, it is a receptionist book. There's names, and it goes back years. It seems to be names of just random citizens who comes here to visit. It seems to be a prison as well as a garrison.
I'm going to take that book and then investigate the closed book, if that's all right. Over here.
Oh yeah. It is nothing interesting, really. Even when you open up the cabinet, it's just materials that a receptionist would use. There's more ink, pens, empty books, etc.
Inks, you say?
Ink, yeah.
I'll take some ink, please.
Alright.
I'm going to check this shelving here, please.
All right, give me 1 second. Tabor, you
Sure,
find
Seth.
5 bottles of ink, each having each being 3 deciliters of ink. So it's quite a lot. The bookshelves, they do not contain anything interesting, really. Karnax, as you stand and look
This is
at
the
these,
door to the outside, isn't it?
yes, as you look, there's a window on this door, so you can see out. Yeah, this is the other entrance. This is where you slaughtered the kittens and dog.
This bench is getting moved to here.
All right, you could drag it. It scrapes the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than what you've found now, there's nothing of interest in this room.
Are these stairs going up, or is that a wall?
It's a wall.
Okay.
Interesting door.
So, Karnax, the door in front of you is thick and bulky. It's made out of metal. The handle, however, is bloodied. Someone has grabbed a hold of it while their hands have been covered in blood.
Is it unlocked?
If you attempt to open it, yes, it
Cool.
opens.
Is it? Yeah, okay. Then never mind.
Open sesame.
All right. As you open the door,
Oh, tit monkeys. What is
you
that?
are greeted to something extraordinary. There's a huge monster of a dwarf being. Well, actually, Humpus.
Yep.
Would you like to describe your character
The
and what the
fuck?
character is doing?
The fuck?
Let's see, he pretty much looks like the picture, but he's sitting on the bench, like looking at you guys as you walk in. Well, you can see like he's basically a pretty big dwarf, like creature, I guess.
He's
I
pretty
mean,
big.
the word dwarf might not be applicable at this point.
No, you can clearly see the features of a dwarf.
A monstrously large dwarf.
Yes.
So how does he react to the fact that there's a giant reptile looking through the door angrily at it?
And you're not dead, are you?
No.
Would you like to be?
No.
Who are you?
I'm just asking.
Why
It's
are you in
polite to
here?
ask.
Who are you, and why are you in here?
I was captured by some of the thugs when I was walking or roaming around in the sewers. And they brought me here.
Svorda,
Yes.
you clearly remember that when you were brought here, there was chaos in these halls. You remembered seeing both men, women, and children being captured and some even being killed. You remember who were behind these. You remember very vividly a tall tabaxi standing and looking quite deceivingly as the soldiers and women and children as they looked at this tabaxi as if they were being deceived, backstabbed. You remember
Betrayed.
that you were
What?
treated as a
Wait,
joke. Sorry, what?
What now?
What's now? What?
A tabaxi. Cat
tab-
girl.
That
Nah,
person.
yeah.
Oh,
You did not catch any names. You were treated harshly. People, well, the ones who captured you anyway, they spat at you and they mistreated you as bad as they could. The last thing you remember is that they threw you in the cell and they told that they will leave you here to rot and die alone. They then locked the bars, they locked the door, and that's the last thing you remember of these people.
Why
Okay.
are you so big?
why I'm so big? This is how I was born. Well, not as big as I am now, but all my kind are this big.
If you want to try to attempt to learn what kind of creature this is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a high DC, but you may roll me a history or a nature.
Well, it's all going to end up the same anyway.
Can I ask him in Dwarfish what the heck he is?
Oh, good work here.
Oh, you're asking in Dwarfish. Um,
Oh, I speak Dwarfish. Wow, look at that.
Hmm?
That's insane. Celestial, Common, Dwarfish, and Infernal. Why the fuck would I randomly pick Dwarfish? Whatever.
who asked me in Dwarfish?
The boar asked you in Dwarfish.
Most people call my kind Troll Dwarf.
Troll
Oh.
Dwarf.
Troll Dwarf, yes.
Kia, with your roll, you have heard of a very lowly populated subrace of a dwarf. Like he said, by most people, they are known as troll dwarves. They are known as troll dwarves simply because, well, somehow a troll and a dwarf mated
Ooh.
for some probably terrible reason.
Somehow.
Oh, I bet that hurts.
And this is the outcome. It is a very large and furless dwarf. He has the iconic large, thick nose, the small eyes, and the massive, thick beard that so classically describes a dwarf. However, he is hunched over, almost walking around like an ape more than anything. His hands are as large as almost like your entire torsos. Getting if this thing caught a good grip on you, you would probably be in deep trouble.
I don't remember being told this was a playable race.
So,
You're told now.
so as an Allosaurus, Kia's just gonna take a sniff, see if it smells like it. Does it smell like a troll dwarf? She imagines a troll dwarf would smell.
Well, how does she imagine a troll dwarf smelling?
Probably quite bad, earthy. Probably haven't cleaned itself for a while.
Or
I
ever.
mean,
Or
it's
ever.
Technically,
yes.
I probably smell pretty bad because I have been living in sewers for a very long
Yeah,
time, and then
yeah.
they brought me here. So I probably smell pretty bad.
So yeah, well, that's exactly what Kia's looking for. So she just turns to the rest of the party and like nods.
The boar's gonna just ask. So, in Dwarfish still, would just basically be asked. So, if we was to let you out, are you gonna harm us?
No. I would be eternally grateful if you let me out.
Cool. Where is the gate on this? I just
Right.
see a big wall.
It is
There.
right in front of you.
Oh, it is that bit? Okay.
Do you need my help to open it?
The board, yeah,
Certainly
would
simpler
say.
than looking for the key.
It's certainly simpler than what I was going to do, which was try and damage it as a wizard.
Oh, if you
Yeah, that
direct
would
me to the
totally
lock,
work.
I can open it. Let me give it
it's
a
this bit in
quick.
front of us. Yeah.
Just a heads up, DM. We can pass through the walls.
Oh. That's not good.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Don't pass through walls.
Stop facing
Okay.
through.
Pass
matter.
through walls, you are going to be dealt psychic damage.
We are ghosts.
For us,
now.
the entire reality collapses around you.
All right. All right.
The
Vic,
memes.
I'm gonna open the lock.
Glitches.
All right, give me. Yeah, you can roll a thieves' tools if you have that.
Of course I do.
Go ahead and roll it.
What rogue
Wow.
doesn't have thieves' tools?
Let's see. There we go. All right, so you very easily open the lock. It just falls down to the ground with a bang, and the creature has been released from its prison.
Then turn to it and say, "Behave."
So in Dwarfish, Tabor is going to explain that we're here. Just try and summarize it as quick as possible. Basically, we're here. We've got to clear it out of undead, then go and get some friends. And ask, will you fight alongside us?
I will help you, yes.
Oh.
So Tabor in comments going to turn to everyone else and go, another friend.
Yes.
The dinosaur just makes a.
He can.
By the way, my name is Vorda.
Yes, we know. We can see it written down. Oh,
It's
Yeah, I'll introduce myself as Tabor. And we'll actually say often called scales to humans.
While they're muttering around, I'm actually listening at the door here.
I think that's a wall.
You sure?
It's
I
a wall,
couldn't
my
tell. Okay, couldn't tell. You do some weird doors.
Come on now, that's a wall.
At the end of the
Right,
corridor.
so
It's a
we
weird
found-
place to have a corridor.
we found him. Is that a door?
It's a door, yes.
Hey. Blunk.
Oh, I can't pass through walls anymore. That's not fair.
Do you open it?
Well, yes.
All right. The door creaks open, and you hear, as it does, you hear, and you all say, roll initiative.
Oh, here we go again.
We can see what the big guy does.
You probably want to clear the board.
Yeah, clear the initiative.
Oh, thank
Before
you.
we roll.
How long has this whole interaction taken?
Has it
Vic.
taken more than 10 minutes
Yeah.
since the last point?
Vic.
Yeah. It's been perhaps 11 minutes. 10 minutes. Around that. Hey, why?
Protection.
You
Oh,
literally
no.
said, has it been more than 10 minutes? You go, yeah, 11 minutes. This protection
Oh,
has
yeah.
been last 10 minutes.
I mean, about 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's fine. That's what I anticipated.
How
anyway.
long has it
The
been?
fact that you said 11 was like, blah.
So what? It's been about 20 minutes since we walked in the building. Is that about right?
Yeah, about that.
All right, cool.
All right.
Am I on the turn order?
Yeah. So what you
your-
want to do is you click on your token, and then you click on initiative. You want to make sure that you have your token clicked as you do that.
Got him. I made my character sheet too big. There we go.
All right, I'm going to change that to an 11.9, since that's the first thing you rolled. Be right back. I'm gonna have to call for a small break. All right, be right back.
Oh dear.
Let's talk tactics.
I apologize. I might have to run again soon. We will see. So sorry about that. Anyway, Kia, let's see. You are our first.
No, she's not.
Oh no, Whisper. There we go.
Did
What
you
do you
change
do?
my initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah, he put you, but mine was higher. I squeezed past Karnax. See a certain level of ugliness.
So you see one of these massive frogs once again with pulsating boils. You also see what looks to be a very skinny prisoner. His hands are shackled in a wooden beam that goes across his neck, and his eyes have been scraped out,
Scraped out.
scraped out. He has
Okay.
no eyes in his sockets. They're just black, dark holes. But it is almost as he sees you as you step in.
All right. I yell out Toad and throw 2 blades at this one. I will not have sneak.
All right. Let's see, a 12.
Probably no joy.
It is a hit. You
You're
hit
kidding
the
me.
undead. No, it is a hit.
All right, and I send my second one down.
24 is a hit.
And
it is
then I
still
back
alive.
away.
All right.
And I yell out, "There's a toad, and there appears to be a prisoner in there."
All right, Karnax.
Take a 5-foot step to see what's going on. Right. What did the toad do last time? Forgotten.
It did nothing.
Oh, right,
It
yeah, it didn't get
died.
to do anything, did it? Right, well, I'll deal with the zombie. He said. Action. Do. Hit the zombie. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Even though this undead thing is shackled, it dodges your blade.
Yeah. Because I can't roll dice. Right. Oh, and there's a bonus action, I'll hex it as well.
All right.
At least it wasn't a 9 this time.
Aramis.
Move around the corner. See what's going on. I need to do some calculating in order not to kill the character here.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So you will move another 15 there. Then bonus action dash to there. We'll do the booming blade. I said we'll do the blooming blade rapier attack.
Brooming blade.
The brooming blade.
Nice. And you also have sneak on that.
Yes.
Let's see. It is just barely to kill it. You saw the rapier pierces it. This green pus spurts out from its wound.
Okay. We'll then back off because I was gonna say wizard because rogue and swashbuckler.
Which way did you take?
Yeah. Which way did I take?
All right. The prisoner is going to take his opportunity attack.
I know.
You really don't
14.
like Aramis, do you?
It's
14 is a miss, right?
14 is a miss. Yes.
Very nice.
I have like 3 sheets up right now, so I need to go switch between them. And now we switch back to the other one.
Yeah.
will take a step into the room, notice the situation. Will then. So this is undamaged, right?
Yes, I mean it is a zombie. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's no fresh cuts or anything on it.
Yeah. Well, let's just charge in and eat the frog.
All right.
Is the frog eaten?
I mean, yeah, the frog is eaten. As you bite it, its boils bursts in your mouth. It's like eating some strange Halloween candy, and you feel this irony taste, and it's kind of stuck to your nose right now. You spit it out, but you can still smell it. You can still taste this thick, putrid spludge.
Yeah, you see the equivalent of a dinosaur basically doing that, trying to clean off its tongue. Which doesn't really work. Then it turns around but doesn't do anything else.
Alright.
End of story.
Tobor.
I'm going to do something that no one expected. The door's the bit at the bottom, isn't it? So
Lock the door.
I'm going to run into here, and I'm going to do an amazing thing that no one expected to come in. Toll the Dead.
Ooh. Daring today, aren't we?
You killed my owl! What can I do? Give me level 5.
That is a wisdom saving throw. It rolls a massive 4. It fails. However, it isn't wounded, so...
It's only the D...
It's a D8.
D8,
Yeah.
No, I'll take that. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do, because that was... Let me just double check what that range was. There. I'm going to move 5 more foot inside the room so our new big guy can get in. And end my turn.
Alright. Svorda.
Yes. How do I do the, feet?
You grab your token, and as you move it, you hold down right click.
You just click it once.
What? You can do that?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, you click it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how you do that.
The fuck?
Uh-huh.
My mouse doesn't want
What are you trying to do?
trying to move. If the thing you guys did was to get the line to measure how far you can go.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
to
It's
the-
a ruler tool.
Yeah, the ruler to the left. It's a circle with a ruler that sticks out of it.
Middle of the toolbar.
Ah, yeah, there.
No. And then you, if you right click, you add a
Corner.
pivot.
Pivot?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the correct term for this.
Pivot is something completely different. Well, it's not. It is that, but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
the
but
pivot is where I was going with pivot. It's like completely different.
Yeah, I'll move in here, here, and that's all my movements.
All right.
Um,
So you have a zombie-looking thing that is shackled onto
Then-
itself.
I will punch.
All right. So, do you have Giant Smite activated? The
No,
rune?
no.
All right.
So
So,
wait, it is ticked in.
yeah, but yeah, that's why I asked. So I
It's
just want to
not
make sure
supposed to
that
be
you.
It's not supposed to be ticked in. So
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you just punch this thing on the jaw. You hear a loud crack as you feel its cheekbone cracking, and you can even see some of the teeth cracking on impact. Anything else?
can I do my offhand attack as well?
Yeah.
Then I'll do that.
Oh, a massive 1 bludgeoning.
Massive one.
You just slap it like you. It's only your pinky finger that connects to it, so it doesn't deal too much damage, but it's 1 damage. Anything else, Swarda?
No.
All right. as it is this thing's turn, it is going to. Who is it going to attack? I'm going to roll a d3. 1 is the dinosaur, 2 is the dwarf troll, and the 3 is the one in plate armor. It's going to attack the velociraptor.
Allosaurus, thank you.
12. Is that a hit?
It's a miss. Doesn't go through the scale.
All right. So it just hits you. Like, you see that it uses the beam that is on its back, and it just attempts to slam at you. It just doesn't do it hard enough to deal any damage.
Donk.
Yeah. Whisper.
All right, I'm gonna go in and see what mess Tobor is made of this.
Big.
Realize, wow, that's a lot of people for just one little zombie, and I will send a couple of daggers my way, or its way, and
I thought you'd gone full emo kid then. It's like fighting yourself with your blades.
11
Right.
is a hit. You throw one of your psychic blades at it. It connects. It just howls as it hits its head.
next one.
Anything else? That is another nice hit. No sneak though.
Right.
It is still alive.
All right, and that's it.
All right. Karnax.
I will vaguely swing in its direction with a sword.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll on 8 this time, and you're fine. 12 is a hit.
Oh, massive top.
Try and miss next time, and then you'll hit it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the goal.
There you go. So it gets 9 from that, and it gets D6 from my. Oh wait. D6 from Hex.
How long does Hex last? 30 minutes?
An hour.
An hour even. Nice. All right. So yeah, it is still alive. Barely though.
Right, next.
All right. Aramis.
Yeah, not that it matters much. Is that a rolled up carpet?
It is.
Yeah, okay. So we'll dance around. We'll look for his sheet. And then we'll do the rapier with the booming blade. And probably kill it. And
Oh, yeah.
probably kill it.
Well, yes, sorry. I didn't see the roll. So give us all a little description on how you kill this poor thing.
So it dances between Sworda and the Kia dinosaur. Aramis dances between them, and then just cuts its throat and cuts its legs. What's it called? The thing, the tendons, making it basically fall apart, not being able to stand up.
All right. As it falls apart, as it dies, it is shackled in its its arms are shackled. But as it dies, its hands degloves. Like its flesh and skin are just ripped from its hands, revealing a sharp and pointy bone, and the two hands just fall down in a sploosh as they fall on the floor. Is dead.
But I am very confused as to what just happened. Its hands fell apart.
All right, so it is shackled. Its hands is shackled to the beam, and as it dies, its hands are degloved. Like the arms are.
Oh, when
degloved
it
in its
pulls
hands.
out of the shackle.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
I see. Right.
So
Ew.
there's two hands. There's just flesh and skin laying on the floor.
Ooh.
All right, and that is that combat. Good job. You guys haven't taken a single point of damage, I think. That's very
I-
nice.
I took a very serious point of damage last session, actually.
Well, that session, yeah, but this session.
This
I mean,
session, no.
Not for the lack of trying. I mean, I did try.
All right. So in this room, it seems to be an office of some sort. On the floor lies a blood-soaken shirt that has a cut in the back that would fit a knife in its size. Also, the carpet and floor is covered with blood, and it is a streak of it, almost as if someone was running and bleeding violently as they ran.
But
In front of you,
I was
Sorry?
gonna say, where does this streak start?
It starts all the way out here. Like I said this last session,
Oh
that outside here there's a streak of blood as someone has been running, and it goes up to this desk. And on the desk you see a large keychain, as well as what looks to be a first aid kit that has been opened and rummaged through. There's also some books and documents, none that are really interesting, however. Also, after this, all of this blood is dried up. The streak of blood also leads to this cabinet.
I'm assuming there's nothing interesting in this bookshelf that I placed Tabor next
Yeah.
to.
There's nothing really interesting.
What is this on the floor here?
That is a shirt.
A cut up
That's
shirt.
the backstabbed one. That's the backstabbed one.
So the Allosaurus will grab the keys with his hands. Looked it up. They do actually have grabby claws, not like the T-Rex. And that's pretty much the only thing the dinosaur can do.
All right.
But there was a keychain here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell Aramis to get back, and I listen at the cabinet here.
Yeah, you put your ear against it. Dead quiet.
Okay. When I open the doors, I'm going to pull the doors so I'm going outward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you pull the door and you move back as you pull them up.
Yeah.
I look towards the thing. So, like,
All right. Well, as you pull them back, as you pull it open, it seems to be a wardrobe. There are several. These looks to be a general's outwear. Someone high up in the city. Military clothing. All of the clothing have like spots of dried blood on them.
Okay, I moved the clothing aside. Is there anything behind the cabinet or below, at the bottom of it?
So you see, to start off with, as you pull it all apart, like pull them apart, you see that there's definitely footprints. Someone has been walking in the closet somehow. You do not. You can roll me an investigation check to see if you can spot anything.
How's that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is brilliant. That is what it is. You do see that this like slide should perhaps be pushed open or something. Something should be able to be moved because it is as if there's a wall here, like an invisible door, right?
Okay. Do I see scrape marks on the floor to show how the cabinet would have been dragged if it was?
There are no scratch marks at all on the floor.
Is that a suit of full plate armor?
It is, but it looks to be fake. Like it's not. It's more for display than actual.
Okay. I called Tobor over and mentioned what I found. Maybe you can do something.
I'm currently looking at this red jug and this medikit. I want to see how much is missing. If it looks like a usable kit still, and what that red thing is on the
That
table.
looks like a website. Oh, it's a case. Right. Okay.
All right. So, in this case, it is a very valuable. Well, it once was a very valuable first aid kit. There are still 3 uses that you can use for your own benefit if you want to pick it up.
Oh yeah, I'll pick that up.
There's also a pitch of wine, or a red liquid, I should say. Don't worry, guys. It's not a vampire campaign anymore.
Cool.
I'm still taking it. It's recipe stuff. That's what it is.
All right. It's a pitch of wine. There is probably half a liter of some sort of wine in there.
Picture of wine.
Is there another door in this room?
We still have this one down here somewhere.
Yeah, there are no other obvious doors around you.
All right, I'm going to try moving the cabinet here.
Yeah, as you try to push it, it is almost as if it's drilled into the wall itself. You cannot budge it.
Okay. In that case, I take everything out of the cabinet and I start checking for secret panels inside it.
Yeah, as you do that, everything just becomes more clear to you. You see at the top of this cabinet, there is something that perhaps you could do if you have thieves' tools.
Of
So,
course.
if you want to attempt to open it, roll me a thieves' tools.
Of
Can
course.
Aramis help him? Since he has the inspiration, what's it called? He knows it too.
Proficiency.
Proficiency.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. If he's proficient in it and he,
That's not what I wanted.
While that's being rolled, can I pick up this dagger that's underneath my feet as such?
where are
My
you?
token.
Oh, there's, yeah, of course, of course.
Gathering
Yeah,
blood,
I'm
I
guessing
guess.
it's another shank. I'm just
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
been shanks in every room. I'm just making sure we've got all of the shanks.
Yeah,
I know what you're like with puzzle.
yeah. It is a shank. So yes, you do manage to find a very specific spot. You need to do a specific movement on this wall to open it, and you manage to do it. The wall just opens up like a door, and it is a pitch black room. Let me put you in it, since I did not put an actual door there. Stupid me. In this room, you see a man. It looks to be a high-standing man, as it's not dressed as a typical soldier would be. He's sitting in a what looks to be a comfy chair, and there's a pool of blood that has been dripping off of him. Also on the table is a glass of a red liquid, as well as a large bottle. There's a crossbow on the ground, as well as a large Gothic-looking chest in front of him. As you look on the chest, you see that that this guy has definitely rummaged in it, as there are bloody handprints all over it.
Okay.
Do this.
I'm going to mind link with Tilbor, telling him what I found.
Paul's going to say so. What's in the chest?
And
Look, cross.
I then walk over and I check the chest for traps on the off chance Vic is being mean.
All right. So mechanical traps. Roll me an investigation check.
I thought it was thieves' tools.
Yes, you can use your thieves' tools. If I mean, no.
I'll do it either way you want. I just want to make sure
Yeah,
I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Could either way. Well, or if it's not investigation, of course. Never mind. Done.
Yeah. I am going to use your first roll though, which would still be pretty high. So I am going to tell you that as far as you can tell, there are no traps.
Okay. I then gingerly from the side open up the chest.
All right. As you open up the chest, you're greeted to a plethora of items. First off, you see 3 healing potions, small in size, so standard healing potions. You also find, give me 1 second so that I can link it to you. Actually, never mind. You don't know, but there is a where is it? There it is. All right. You find a book with a blank cover. As you open the book, there's nothing written in it. It is completely blank.
Okay. I'll hold on to the blank book.
All right. As you put it in your backpack, you hear something from it. It squeaks like it makes an odd noise.
Wait, what?
Okay. I interrupt Tilbor and hand him the book and say, I think this might be up your alley.
As you hand in the book, Tobor, both you and Whisper see an in one of the corners of this book, there's an eye that has been opened. It looks to be a crocodile eye, in that it is in how a crocodile's eye is shaped. Very yellow, and it almost glows in the darkness. But then, as you see it, it closes, and it seemingly just disappears, almost as if it wasn't even there.
The fuck?
I also look. Is there anything else in this chest besides the book and those potions?
Other than that, there's nothing.
Okay. I then move over to these books.
They seem to be. It reminds you of the register you had back at the end, like one of the entrances.
You mean the one I've
Right.
got? I picked it up.
Oh yeah, it is like that, except all of the names are very specific. It is almost as if they're hand-picked. You even see Ryder in this book, and he seems to have been visiting this establishment a couple of years ago.
Okay. What kind of crossbow is this?
It looks to be a standard crossbow.
I pick it up and I hand it over to Karnax. You might want this. Or actually, maybe our dwarf friend. He's got nothing right now.
I doubt I will need this. Thank you.
I grunt and I hand it over to our dwarf friend. You now have a crossbow.
Who has the book?
Tobor.
Tabor? Are you holding the book, or what are you doing with it?
Yeah, I was going to flick through it, but I was letting everything else play through first.
Okay. As you're holding it, you sense something in your hand, and as you look down, a thick fur has formed on this book. And it's very it's greasy, like a wild wolf's fur.
Okay.
The entire book is covered in it, except for its pages.
Is this noticeable to the rest of us?
Depends on Tobor how he reacts.
I'm not hiding it. I'm not. Tabor probably wouldn't react. I don't think too much. He's not. Well, Tabor's not squeamish as such. He'd be more intrigued as opposed to scared of it. And would probably continue flicking through to try and get an answer of why it's doing.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you do, guys?
Yeah. If nothing else happened, like out of character, the crossbow.
Yeah.
The only one I think that actually can use it is Sworda.
No, I cannot use it.
You cannot.
No, it's probably too small.
Well, I
Like-
mean, actually, yeah, you probably
Like if like you said, you gave me the crossbow, it would basically just fit into one of my hands.
Yeah.
If anything, that would
is
make
a
it
heavy
easier
crossbow.
to use.
Yeah, it would be a hand crossbow
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, you would be able to use it. It is a heavy crossbow. It's
Okay.
not like a gun where you need to put your finger inside of it.
No, but it's still like I wouldn't be able to hold it in two hands, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Well, you don't need to then, do you?
No,
you would be able to use it.
don't think my
If you want.
aim is good though.
Yeah. but straight up, nobody else has the proficiency. I'm fairly certain.
Not for a normal crossbow. I have it for a light, but not for a normal.
I don't have the proficiency to use it.
You do.
As a
You're a
fighter,
warrior.
you've got proficiency
Yeah,
in
fighter.
everything.
Yeah.
As a
Everything.
fighter, you got everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have martial weapons, and it covers pretty much every military weapon.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's something exotic.
There was nothing else of note in the room, right? Well, the mirror. Did anyone look at the mirror?
I was about to get to the table afterwards. I got handed a book.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
So after flicking through the book, if nothing else changes, but after flicking through the whole thing, the boar's going to take a sip. Well, finish the glass of the wine that is left outside, and pick up the rest of the bottle, because, and then take a look at what that is on the table.
So it is a glass of wine, and there is a bottle of but the cork is still there, and it's pretty much full. It seems to be wine.
So I'm gonna recork, take the wine, drink the glass of wine because gangster stuff, and then that other little object, is that just nothing? Is that just flavour on the table? That one.
Yeah. I think.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I think it might.
Yep,
be.
no worries.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to go take a leak.
Go with God.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
as soon as he gets up.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. All right. So, Tobor, give me a very brief description of what you just said.
So I drink the glass that's there.
Mm-hmm.
I recork the bottle
Mhm.
and take the bottle with me. I'm collecting ingredients as always,
Mhm.
and I just want to check out what that little thing is on the table.
Yeah. So it is a mirror. It is a hand mirror. It is ornated. Do you say that in like
Yeah.
with gems? It is covered in small gems. It looks to be rubies and diamonds. And the handle and the very metal part of it seems to be made out of solid gold.
I'm gonna pick that up.
Ooh, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Before
Keep
we
that
leave this,
to identify for later. And yeah, I'm gonna pocket the book for now. If it didn't do anything else after I flicked the rest of the way through it, then I'm just gonna keep the furry book in the bag, in
Alright.
my D&D satchel that is infinite space until you get too much weight
Actually, the book of knowing your kinks.
I have a question.
before we leave, I just want to search the guy.
Yeah. Give Sworda, what did you say?
The crossbow. Are there any bolts?
Yes, there is one bolt on the very crossbow itself. However, at my table, I do not care about ammunition, since I think it's just a tedious mechanic to keep track of. So in
Okay.
this case, you just have a crossbow with ammo.
Okay. So
Yes.
Ornate mirror.
All right. You have the furry book, and you search the guard. Right. Like before, he is shirtless. You do not find anything interesting on him, unfortunately. Sorry, nothing on him.
Does he have a stab
Alright.
in the back?
Yes,
Yeah.
he has a very long and deep cut in his back.
Okay.
The one thing I was just before we leave this, the bag here. Just gonna rip it open, see if there's anything in it.
Yeah. There's nothing of interest in it. Unfortunately, it's stuff like tissues and a pair of glasses. Nothing of value. Nothing of
Tissues?
real value.
Who cares tissues?
Before leaving this room, Tabor's gonna do one more thing.
Mhm.
So after Whisper's finished searching the body, Tabor's getting his finger food, and is gonna take the head off of this thing, just to make sure it can't come back and bite us in the ass later.
Yeah. You
Quite
slice
literally.
its head off. There's still some blood that runs down from its now headless corpse. Not much though, indicating that this guy has probably been dead for some time.
Yep, and then take my feet, all the digits in my little digit bag, and as I step out of the water, as I come out the cupboard, I'm probably munching on a finger from my bag.
All right. So, you're left with a few options. Down at the very south, where you first entered this garrison, there was a door where you could hear scratching coming from. There's
Yeah.
also a staircase that led down.
Oh, we haven't. I thought we came up. Sorry, silly
Oh.
me. I think we want to leave the scratching alone, don't we?
Moment.
Or do we?
I mean,
I thought as a conquest paladin, you'd be all up for the scratching.
Yeah, I'm talking about I'm talking about the party, right?
Party
Let's
wise.
head down
At
first.
this point in time, we've taken no damage. I'm pretty sure the whole party's like, yeah, whatever.
yeah. I mean, we could do the kind thing to DM and finish off this floor before heading off to a new map.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
No, you can go down. That's fine.
Yeah, I know.
You've put effort into the map, Vic. We'll explore it for you.
Exactly.
We'll trigger all your traps. We'll trigger all your traps and fight all your enemies. It's fine.
Alright. I mean, to be fair, nothing has hit you this session. I need to buff
That's
something.
fucking
Alright.
changed, doesn't it? Eh? Hey?
Stay back from the door a little bit.
Is my door still barricaded? Does it all still look secure?
Oh, that's
Now that
true.
we're back at the front.
Yeah, the door is barricaded. The slamming on that door has pretty much stopped. So nothing is slamming on the on the outside of the building anymore.
Is there? Sorry, because I know it's not your character. Is there any gaps around that door, like small gap?
Yeah, there is at the floor.
Cool, because Aramis, just to remind everyone, spawned a spider,
True.
so could always check the forecourt
Well,
just to make sure.
oh yeah, you can see through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess Aramis will just do that. Let's send the spider through a crack and see if we can see anything. Like, yeah, are there still things outside?
Yeah. Well, the very moment Aramis sees through the spider, it sees through the very gap of the door. He sees feet. Endless amount of feet.
That's somebody's fetish. Do they look undead?
Oh, yeah. Some of them are, of course, covered with shoes and socks. Most of them, however, seems to be unclothed on the feet anyway. And there seems to be perhaps at least 20 of these feet. And they're standing still, dangling back and forth.
Can he see a zombie cloth? Clot.
How far in is he willing to go?
The spider
That
is
was pretty bloody hard to miss.
the spider is probably just staying like beneath the door, maybe
Yeah.
like looking out, like squeezing out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. So he sees no zombie cloth.
Okay.
Instead, he just sees countless undead standing, looking down at the very floor, almost as if the robots, like deactivated robots.
So, just an approximation. Does he think hundreds?
No,
Thousands?
about 20.
Okay. That's not countless.
20.
Well, for the spider, they're countless. They're massive titans.
Well, to Aramis, they're not. Anyway, yeah. Retrieves the spider. Tells the party that, yeah, there are a couple dozen of them outside. Maybe more. It's hard to say. The zombie cloth doesn't seem to be there anymore. Not sure.
This isn't outside.
No.
This is
Behind this door.
Yeah, that isn't to outside.
Well, that's the door I think we were
Yeah, we
discussing.
were talking about outside.
Yeah.
Oh, the outside. Oh, sorry. Damn, sorry. You were all standing up. Okay,
Although,
sorry.
thanks for telling us what's behind the door. We won't bother now. Cheers.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so the outside, yes, the zombie cloth is there, even along with another zombie cloth.
Oh,
They're
another one.
standing around. The rain is pouring down, hitting the zombie cloths. You can see on this monstrosity of a construction, you see countless of almost like as if the corpses are alive within this cloth. They're almost grasping to get out of this never-ending pain.
Lovely. So yeah, well, I guess Aramis would then say that instead. There are two clots outside and I guess a few zombies as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I guess, well, since you've already given us the information, I guess the spider would check under this door as well, giving us that information.
Oh yeah.
Does it see anything else in the room of interest? Any other doors leading anywhere? Any chests? Any
Armor or
piles of-
weapons.
piles of
It is-
gold?
It is a large kitchen. You see different kinds of fruits, vegetables, and now spoiled meat being all over the place, up on cabinets, up on shelves. And there's even a large what do you call them? Like a large oven that still has some coal lit in it, just barely though.
A hearth.
Are there any other doors leading out the room?
No.
Okay. So yeah, he will say, yeah, it's just a kitchen with several dozen zombies. And then it's probably gonna say something snazzy to the lizard folk about, unless you want ingredients that desperately, we should probably avoid it.
The boar would actually, like, I'm not trying to get in there, but
Yeah.
the boar would snap back at him, going, "I thought you liked your little familiar. We need the coal, but it's not worth it."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basement in this, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Rick, there's a hat on this cabinet, right?
Oh yeah, there is.
I'll take that and put it on my head.
Oh yes. This hat is way too small for you, but you do place it upon your head.
Onk.
You now
I
have
have to
a.
Change the model
Oh, yeah.
now.
Hat.
What is it with our group and hats? Come on.
Yeah. So
Hey,
Welcome to the group. That's the most this group thing you could have done.
So it is a leather fedora. You now have a leather fedora. Freddy Krueger type of hat.
Well,
Milady.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're heading down the stairs then, unless the party wants to fight 2,000 zombies.
No.
Well, the party
that's
might
all
not
right.
want to, but Carmack is going to grumble.
Well, don't worry, Carnex. We'll get them.
Yeah, so the Allosaurus will attempt not to fall down the stairs.
I mean, seeing the big dwarf pick up the hat off the top, does Tabor now see that backpack that's on there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a large backpack.
I'm gonna grab it whilst we're walking and sort of rustle through as we're walking.
Yeah. There's a couple of dirty socks in there. There's a spare pair of underwear.
Oh, gym clothes.
Yeah.
The gym bag. I'm gonna keep hold of the bag and empty the contents.
All right. So you now have a large rucksack.
I'll take it.
All right. As you tread down the creaky stairs, you start to smell a very strong odor of tobacco. And as you come down to the very bottom, there's a large door shut.
When we get down to it, I'll listen at the door.
Roll me a perception. You hear laughing.
Through the link, I tell Tobor I hear laughing through the door.
Tabor's just gonna go with that. At least that means they're alive.
Maybe. I tell the rest of them I hear laughing behind the door. Carnex, I believe you
Well.
have a party to attend.
Okay, let's. I can't tell where the door is on the map, but let's open it.
Not
Alright.
pictured door.
As you open the door, you're greeted to a couple of people, a couple of humans, sitting at a table. One of them taking a large chug of a mug of beer. And as he puts it down, you see this layer that has coated its mustache, and it looks at you and it stands up quickly. Its chair falling backward, and it says, "Intruders! I mean, who are you?" The others look back, and they stand up, one of them even placing a hand on a sword that it has tied it to its waist.
How many are in the room?
As far as you can tell, there's 3.
What race are they?
Humans.
All 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Be here, surely.
Lunch.
As you walk in, Carnax, one of them says, "Not another step! Who are you? Are you infected?" All of them places their hand on their swords.
Oh,
You see
they're
more
actually soldiers.
coming.
Can I,
That couldn't
from
be
the back of the
possibly
group...
tried.
Sorry,
1 second. You all... one at a time, please.
go on, Mike. Sorry.
Ha! Infected. This plague can't touch me. Who are you?
Better question is, who are you?
Are you the soldiers that were in this place?
Yes, and we still are in this place, sir.
Tabor's looking at their throat area, the neck, the face, trying to find any visual skin and looking for white tattoos.
Yeah, most of these don't bear any such marks. However, there is a man walking towards you, and you see that he has covered up his neck area with a thick scarf, and he walks towards you, a knife in one hand and a mug with some sort of liquid in his other. And he looks up to you and he says, "Ah, so you are the one who caused the ruckus upstairs. I guess we should be thankful for saving us."
Don't jump to conclusions.
Just a question. Are these the guys that captured me?
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, I was going to hold a toll of the dead for the first one. That anyone that draws a blade to us in aggression, I'm just holding a toll of the dead straight out.
So, Svorda, roll me a history to see if you can remember their faces. Sorry.
No.
You do not remember all of that chaos that happened that day. It's hard to remember the faces of those. Many of them were even covered up as they did all of this. You do not remember. I mean, they could have, maybe.
So the knives they're holding,
Mhm.
are they shanks?
No.
They're normal knives, okay. Also, what type of clothes were they wearing? Is it like soldiers' garbs or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's soldier scarves.
Okay.
Except this guy.
No, he has soldier scarves as well.
Yeah. Token may not actually be representative.
Right.
I
okay.
ask, has
But he is
Ryder
covering
been
his
by?
neck.
A rider? Oh no, that scumbag. We believe that he was behind the attack, but we managed to get down here, and ever since then we've stayed alive with some. Sorry, what?
Been hiding.
Hiding? Of course we've been hiding. Have you seen the situation upstairs?
Yes. Isn't it your job to sort it out?
Well, it's dealt with now. I say we did the right move. Isn't that right, men? Aye, that's right, Captain.
Cowards.
The Allosaurus will start carving something into the floor. For the party to see. It will carve in Whitmore.
Tabor knows, but Tabor is waiting for any violence with her toll of the dead.
Where is Whitmore?
Ah, Whitmore, yes.
Well,
I'm not sure, actually. Just disappeared after the attack.
Why don't you help us find him?
Her.
Whitmore is a woman. Actually.
Whichever.
Does this person seem... how shifted does this person seem?
You can roll me an insight.
No, you can't really read it, I assume.
Yeah, no. You do not catch anything that would be suspicious. He looks to be quite comfortable.
Okay.
Don't trust these people.
Why not? We're part of the City Watch. We thank you for what you've done. Now, please leave.
Well, we're here at the behest of Lady Dawnbringer.
We are not leaving without Whitmore. If you are going to help us, great. If not, get out of our way.
All right. Man, let me deal with these. Please, go up and clean up areas. All of them at the same time just nods, and they all place down their mugs and they scrape off their hands at their clothing and start to make their way out where you
To
came
watch their hands. If they make a move for their weapons, I'll be first.
in.
What's
The-
this?
The boar's
is this-
ready as well.
So this is a staircase that leads up, only slightly though. All right,
To a
man.
door.
Sorry.
That lit staircase leads to a door, I'm assuming.
Yes, exactly. There's a set of doors, double-sided, double doors. All right, man. Move along then. One after another, the troops move away.
As
Where-
they
where do we
move,
go,
I
Beardy? Oh,
mentioned
back-
to Tobor, I see a shank in the other room there.
The boar's going to back in the telepathy going, I don't trust these people at all. As soon as one of them goes, they're getting a spell in the brain.
I suggest you kill them quickly.
I'm sorry.
That's telepathic.
Just what?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say. Well, these men are gonna be moving out.
When they pass the troll dwarf troll, and the what's it called? The dinosaur.
Allosaurus.
Do they react any differently? Like, do they just
You
like?
can roll another insight.
Because that's a little bit off, to be honest. If they don't.
Yeah. So when they definitely look specifically at the troll dwarf, they for some reason look at him more than they would look at you.
Odd.
It's not a look of fear, more surprise.
Right.
So that's looking more at the troll dwarf than the big dinosaur stood in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, for all they know, maybe this dwarf is a dinosaur.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, when one of them passes, Casia's gonna move her head next to it.
You're gonna do what?
Just move her head close to it. And
To one of the soldiers.
Yeah, who passes, and just breathe out. See. If
Yeah. See if what?
Yeah, just see what the reaction is.
Yeah, I mean, he looks at you. He looks a bit like annoyed more than anything. It's like, you can even hear him say very quietly, "The fuck is wrong with these people?" And he just moves along.
Hey. That's.
So yeah, the soldier, he walks along, and he starts to speak. I honestly thought that we would all die in this cursed cellar, but apparently our rescue's here. Very good. I'm forever grateful.
Still might.
Now, come and take a look at this. And he
Do you
walks.
mind removing the scarf, please?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you mind removing the scarf, please?
I'm not gonna be removing any scarves, he says as he, like, tucks it under even more.
Zvoda, would you mind getting the man to remove his scarf?
He looks, now as he stands next to Svorda, he looks at him.
I look at him and like raises an eyebrow. Like, can you please remove your scarf?
1 second. Yeah, roll me an intimidation with advantage.
It's in your skills area on your sheet.
Yeah,
He's
he's
done
done
it.
it. Done it.
It's 15.
So yeah, he lets out a long sigh, and as he grabs a hold of the scarf and starts to unravel it, revealing his neck. And much as you thought, there are the white tattoos. Now, don't do anything hasty. he says as he raises his hand. He has then sheathed his knife. Don't do anything hasty. It is not what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Whisper.
Well, that's good, because to me it looks like you're an infiltrator from the... Oh, what the hell are they called?
From Riders.
They are from the Sealed Oath Guild. They can die.
Yes, looks like you're an infiltrator from the Sealed Oath. And if that's not what it looks like, that's possibly a lot healthier for you. Explain.
There's a very reasonable explanation for this, gentlemen. Before the meteor fell, I was one of 5 people who was meant to infiltrate the Sealed Oath Guild. Now, this tattoo, he says as he pulls his his turtleneck down, and then scratches at it violently, almost ripping his flesh off. This, while it's not permanent, it's going to stay there unless you have some sort of powerful spell that can make it disappear.
I have something that can make it disappear.
Tabor will try and cast prestidigitation on it to clean the surface.
Nothing happens.
So then, yeah, it's not spoiled or dirty. It's
What did you do?
I turned to Carnax. Would you be so kind? He's annoying.
No, Tabor's going to actually step in the way.
Well, no, he's not going to kill him. He's got no reason to kill him as yet.
Okay, that's fine then. I was going to step in the way if there was fight. And basically, where he asked, "What have you just done?" I'm going to touch another surface, cast prestidigitation to soil it, and then cast it again to clean it up again.
I don't think you'd need to soil it down here somehow, dude.
I'm just showing off the magic as such to go. It didn't come off.
Now this isn't dirt, and your pardon me, but your weak magic will have no effect on this. Of course, the guild members would try this if I try to enter.
Can you hang on? Can I? For that matter, one moment. No, I can't. Have you got detect magic?
No. Nope.
Oh,
I got identify it as a ritual, not as actually not prepared. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and go up and open this door.
Yeah,
I mean,
give me 1 second.
Looking at this logically, the dude's been down here with a load of soldiers for this long. They're going to have seen it. They must know him. You know.
Player to player, I think that we got lucky he sent them away rather than us killing everyone. But I also want to know where the freaking cells are. There's got to be a cell down here to warrant.
I bring the backpack that I found in the other room to my group. It is full of bloodied clothes. Explain.
There's an explanation to that. One of my men were injured, and we had to.
Are they matching size clothes? Are they perhaps our troll dwarf stuff?
You search through it, and you put it all out on the floor, I assume, like to look at them. As you do that, you see very clearly that this is a shirt to a small child. One of the shirts.
Your men, huh?
Can I grab his shoulder and just hold him still, basically?
Yeah, grapple him. Sure. I'm not gonna ask you to roll anything because he's not going to work against you. So you just grab a hold of him, and he laughs a little bit. Look. I don't know what to tell you, but I'll make you a deal. How about that? I'll make you a deal. It is obvious that I am working for the Sealed Oath. I'm not gonna pretend anymore.
I stab him.
However, you stab him?
Straight away.
Okay, do you want to kill him?
Yeah.
All right, you stab him, and as the wound
Confession. Well done. Dead.
blood violently starts to spill out, and then he coughs up blood, falls down to the ground, dead.
Or he's fresh.
Right. Next.
I do a more thorough search of this larger room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll search this guy, see if there's anything useful on him.
So make me an investigation check.
Behold my mighty investigation of 8.
You search through this room. There is a medic bay in here. If you can see my arrow.
You just broke up. I couldn't hear you.
Here.
Oh.
There is a medic bay. The door is tilted open, and you see that this very clearly is a medic bay. Oh, you can walk through walls. However, it is very clearly empty. Someone or something has rummaged through all this and just taken everything. There's nothing
Okay.
left.
Okay. Are these crates here or what?
So, as you look at the crates, it smells odd. And there's this rope that has been covered in some sort of almost grease that leads upwards. This rope, it's tied around this pole and leads up to the ceiling. And there's this small hole where the rope comes into and disappears into the ceiling of this room. And the same is about this and this pole. And these crates are filled with this thick slime.
Asked Tobor, have you ever seen this kind of slime before?
I'm at the door, trying to open the door.
Is,
I'm not over there.
Is it the same slime as comes from the frog things?
No, not at all. This one is more thick. Almost like let's see, almost like tar in its thickness. It's really like clingy.
What color is it?
It is see-through. Like yeah.
Clear. Okay.
Doesn't really have a smell. Tobor, as you open this door, you see this. It is a long corridor that leads to another. And before you move, let me just make sure that you guys can't move.
Oh, I'm not moving. Yeah.
Any walls. Let's see. That really should be standard. Here we are. There we go. All right. It is a large corridor, and to your left is a bookcase. And on the wall behind the bookcase, there is something. It's like a board with names lying right below the board on the wall. Everyone else, Karnax, you see that the same goes here. These crates are also filled, and there's ropes going up with these with this substance covered, like the ropes are covered in it.
Does it smell of anything?
No, it doesn't really have a smell.
Right, I'm going to follow Tobo.
I mean, I'd have carried on walking down, telepathically telling Whisper what I see because of the link, but basically trying to hear and listen or look for any cell, like holding areas where they could have held prisoners. Trying to listen out for anyone alive and paying.
I'd like to follow Tobo, but I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do the same.
Okay.
Same.
Aha.
Let me just go ahead and grab you and pull you here.
Oh. So this was the entrance we came through, I assume.
Let's see.
That's where I started.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a large door here, made out of metal. And to your left, there is a large board. And on this board, it is numbered from 1 to 5. And by each of these, there are 2 holes that you can almost take a pin and plug it in. And below this board, there are pins. These pins each have a animal name, and they all have a phrase, a quote, as well. Let's see.
Is there a handout for this?
Yeah. So you look at them. There are phrases of
Owl. Hawk.
something, and there are also names of animals. Different pins, and
So,
on the wall are numbered 1 through 5, and each number has 2 pins that you can plug in right next to the number.
Well, 2 is the eagle.
yeah, the top one's the horse.
The top one is probably a horse.
Yeah.
I am a king. The last
Stag
one
is
is.
the bottom one.
Yeah, exactly. The fourth one is probably a snake.
Snake's the... Yes, yeah. The king or queen can outlive an encounter with me, my tree. That must be a wolf. That's the only one that's...
Yeah, tigers do not live in the.
No, neither do warthog.
Oh.
By my orders, my enemies will be impaled.
Yeah, it must be the stag. It's the only one that's got
Yeah, a
anything
king.
in the
Yeah,
throat.
Yeah.
they have the crown as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the third one could. I mean,
King of the forest, isn't it?
yeah, like
The third one could be a warthog, but it's more likely to be a wolf.
I suspect wolf.
yeah, probably.
So we've got horse, eagle, wolf, snake, stag.
Or the warthog is it's actually a reference to the boar that killed a certain King Robert Baratheon, but I don't
I think you're giving Vic far more credit.
know.
Oh!
Right, now it's a
Whisper-
warthog.
Then again, that was a boar, not a warthog. So
I mean, Whisper's token's just got like a little red circle and a pinpoint on it now from Vic.
When I
Can't
was a
get it
young
right.
warthog.
Take-
Right.
take the
So
shot.
yeah. So horse, eagle. What are we saying? Wolf, snake, stag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pin, 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 pin.
Nothing happens.
All right. We'll swap wolf for warthog.
The things may be happening, you just don't know it. I go to this metal door and I check to see if it's locked.
It is unlocked.
All right, I open the metal door.
All right. As you open the door,
Aha.
you are greeted to a cell holding area. Before you don't do anything
Okay,
hasty.
sorry.
So, here are 2 things. First off, you see that both of these cells are covered in this substance that you saw downstairs in these crates. There's a woman, a slender woman, looks to be quite exhausted. She's kneeling down inside of a large wooden cage, and she tilts her head up, and you see her long brown
Didn't
hair
mean to
and her
click that.
two crystal blue eyes. She says, "Help me!" She's
Lady?
also covered in this substance.
Lady Whitmore, I assume.
Yes, help me! And a guy pops out from one of the corners, eating a sandwich, and he says, "Oh, hold up here! What's the meaning of this? No, stop it!"
Do you wish to die a horrible death?
Let's see, Whisper and Aramis and Tobor. You recognize this guy. This is one of the guys that was in the tunnel who was it that saved him? He was like grabbed by a crocodile, and as the crocodile was about to escape, he was shot down by someone.
Might have
I
been
think it was-
Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle. I think it was Oracle.
Yeah, he's no longer.
Unfortunately, he's no longer here. But he puts down his sandwich as he sees it's you, and he says, Of course. Ryder told me you would come. I'm on your side. All right, I'm on your side. Please.
Ryder told you.
He told me you would come. This is a test. He told me to
Yeah.
inform you.
Let her go.
I can't. Only you can. However, he points inside of the other cage. Inside this cage you see a parchment that has been folded up on a pillar. That parchment. It is a map of the sewers, and there's a way out. It is mapped on that map. You have to make a choice. You either take the map, and you have a way out, or you save that girl's life. If, when you make a choice, there's flint and tinder on that table, or simply just grab the candle and throw it inside of the cell which you want to sacrifice. Either she burns, or your way out burns. Don't blame me for this, please. It is Ryder and his twisted ideas.
This Ryder's an idiot. Mage,
Um,
pull that thing
Don't-
to will you?
Don't do anything. Stop
So-
it. If you try to do anything magical, it's going to trigger, and both options will be blown up.
from what source?
I don't know. Ryder didn't tell me. He told me to inform you. He expects me to die here, I assume.
Well, we've already saved you once.
Leave then.
I'm sorry, I swear I am not going to be part of his gang anymore. This is not what I signed up for.
Any more?
Don't open the doors. And he points, and you see that there's a rope tied to the doors. The cage, a door to their cages. If you open one of the doors, the other cell will be set ablaze.
Okay.
I was not supposed to tell you that, but
So if we open the door, it's triggered.
it triggers an explosion in the other cell. Also,
just
once
a
you've
question.
made your choice, make
Where
sure
was the
to get a-
puzzle?
it's right here.
Yeah, the puzzle's on.
Can I just try it once?
Of course. 1 second though. When you've done this, get out of here fast. Because once this thing is set ablaze, there are ropes in the ceiling, and they're connected to, let's just say, bad things downstairs. So once you've made your choice, get out of here fast. Or else
Oh,
this
I don't
entire
think we
building
need
will
to.
collapse on you. I'm sorry.
I think all we need to do is move the crates downstairs.
Of course, but the cells will still burn.
Well, yes, but it does mean the whole house doesn't destroy itself.
Do-
True.
I'm going to ask him where the key for her cage is, if we decide to save her.
There is no key. He told me they were all unlocked.
Oh yeah. The Allosaurus still holding a key chain.
Keychain.
Yeah, just gonna toss it towards Tobor. Yeah.
Tabor is going to say to everyone, I can get in there without opening a cage door. But we need to be prepared for anything that can happen afterwards.
As I told you, any magic cast in this room, you will trigger it.
Just
How will it even know?
Just
It's
look.
what Ryder
But,
told me. All right.
but Tobor, leave the room and do your spell there and appear here.
Do you think Ryder's that stupid?
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Probably.
this is player now rather than Tabor. I did cast a spell in that last room.
At the last room, but not here.
Yeah.
Looking though here. Are there any magical symbols, any visible wards or anything like that?
Yeah, Tabor would have started
Um,
looking for them as well.
Roll an Arcana check. Only one of you.
Oh.
If you're gonna, roll. If you're gonna
Can I
want to search
assist?
for this,
I am proficient in Arcana. Can I help him?
yeah. If you're proficient, you can help.
Yeah,
I think the wizard is gonna roll it.
okay,
Mhm.
the wizard roll, and I'll
Yeah.
roll with advantage for
Yeah.
the assist. Really,
Ugh.
with a 6?
Sorry, you
Fucking
see
hell.
nothing. Now let's go back to our friend down here who's
Yep.
who's not interested in the lives of Whitmore. Do you have a solution, Hampus?
I think it's horse, eagle, warthog, snake, stag.
Nothing happens. Like, how? Where do you put these? Where do you put them? Like
In
I
that
said,
order that I said.
yeah, nothing happens. Like I said, all of these phrases and these names, they're just on on a small board below the board itself. The
You have
board
to put
itself,
them into the names.
yeah, the board is numbered from 1 to 5, and there are 2 pegs where you can basically put 2 of these pegs into a number.
Oh.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Oh, right, I see. So the writing and the names are both on pegs put in order.
Yes. Yes.
Right, so we need to figure out
What
which
the actual
order.
puzzle is then.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
wait,
I thought it was.
describe once again what's the how does it look?
So just imagine like a whiteboard, right? It's a plain
Yeah.
whiteboard. It is numbered 1 through 5 from top to bottom.
Yep.
Right next to these numbers, to each of these numbers, are 2 holes where you can take a name, like an animal type, and a phrase, and you can put them inside of these pegs. And each number has 2 pegs.
Oh, it's just like a double puzzle. So we could pair these up all day long, but we still need to know the order of stag,
Right.
stag
So if we,
and
put,
its thing.
if we put them in that order, it doesn't work. Right.
And then there's
What?
2 holes next to it.
Hell?
So we need the phrase and the animal
Yeah.
that it refers to, and then we need to get the 5 pairs in the right order
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, but where are you?
I mean, if we put them in... Fuck knows. I mean, alphabetical order?
No, probably not.
As a player, can I just ask, does it matter if we've got the horse and the horse's words left or right of the same
No.
number?
No.
Okay,
Hmm.
just to make sure we've got literally a 5-piece as such.
So as you all go back to the wall,
I mean, Tabor's not back
the-
at the wall. Tabor is still in this room doing
Okay.
the moral.
I mean,
Well,
both,
trying to help the player.
both are. Like now, now it's when it's what's it said? Clarified. This is actually like you can actually think about it a little bit.
Smallest to largest.
Or
Snake, eagle, warthog,
since
wolf, tiger, or stag.
since the phrases have like a might be like a story essentially. Something along the lines of, but where will you put your feet down? One strap will put you down. Start with maybe, since that's the number 1 in it. There's a snake. Then
No king or queen can outlive an encounter with me and my troop.
That's-
Group is many. That's plural.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Sometimes-
warthogs usually are like many.
I still think it's a wolf. Where you put your feet in? No king or queen.
no, I think, or we start with I am the king, which is stag, number 1. With my speed, I can outrun even a group, maybe. The king orders someone to die.
But we have no clue as to which order these go.
Yeah. This is me like going.
Yeah.
So the king orders someone dead. Somebody flees. Somebody follows, and you can see it. But where will you put your feet? Because even if you run, you can end up in a trap, and no king or queen can survive that. 5.
Nothing happens.
And then with the corresponding animal, which we probably have right, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Can we try with smallest to largest? So, snake, eagle, wolf, tiger, horse, stag.
It's just 5s.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Can I try like this instead? Stag, snake, warthog, eagle, horse, in that order instead.
Nothing happens.
I wanted, steak, snag, steak, snag.
Snake, snag.
But I mean, with my speed, I can outrun even a group.
That's most likely
It's
a horse.
a horse, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the we're just arguing as to whether the no queen, king or queen can encounter. So me and my
Yeah,
troop
but
is a warthog or a
what
wolf.
what I'm thinking of is the food chain of these animals.
If that's
They
the
might
case,
not be in the
then
same food chain, but
Yes.
they are definitely on a predator scale, and horse is definitely the lowest on a predator scale.
Yes, this is true. But however, which one is the top?
Is there anything else in this room?
Sorry, what? Say it again?
In the room with the board, is there anything else?
No. Nothing.
So if from bottom to top, then stag? No, horse, stag, snake, eagle, wolf.
Nothing happens.
With the corresponding phrases. King of Gold is pale.
I mean, we could just brute force it.
I'm just gonna tell you that's a lot of combinations. That's 5 times 5 times
25.
a lot more.
Can I inspect it and see if I can tinker with it using my thieves' tools instead?
I mean, you try to. You just don't see any way to open it with these tools.
Okay.
Looking at it though, does it look like one or the peg? Like when it comes to are there wooden pegs?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's like imagine like a pin, right? That you just put here. Each pin has a phrase and an animal on it, and you just put them in these cups.
Yeah. Just in order to find a clue, is any of the
Roll.
pins more worn than the others, as well as the holes? Like some pin has been like more.
You can roll me an investigation check, and I'll give you a hint.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so I'll tell you this. I am a king, and by my orders, my enemies will be impaled. That is the first one, together with the stag.
At the top.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then something comes after that.
I think the king or queen is at the bottom. The one thing outlived my troop.
Yeah.
I think that is at the bottom.
I think where you put your feet comes just before no king or queen.
Yeah.
It's just which order the other two are in.
With my eyes, I can see even the smallest of praise first, and then speed. Let's try.
I mean, if
we tried both ways around. So,
yeah.
Stag, eagle,
Horse, snake, wolf.
Nothing happens.
And then we switch.
You have the animals. You have the animals correct though.
Right.
So it's wolf and not warthog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wolf.
Yeah.
So then we try instead of horse, instead of eagle horse, we try horse eagle.
Nothing happens.
Yes.
So, could it not be some evil king talking about his plot to kill other kings and queens? So theoretically, it'll be, I am king, and by my orders, the enemy is impaled. No
Well-
king nor queen can outlive the encounter. Blah blah blah. Rather
So-
than having it dead last.
So roll me another investigation check. This is the last investigation check I'll allow for this. All right. So I'll tell you this. Drop what you're currently doing. And like I liked when Ludwig started to go that there's a story.
Mm.
That's when I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but you did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
There's a story sorta.
Yeah. That's what I
But
feel.
they're not connected in the way that you think. It's not about kings and such and such. But these words, all of these phrases are connected. But it's not a large story. But they're connected.
Okay. The stag.
I need a pen and a bit of paper.
So I am king. By my orders, my enemies will be impaled. Beware of where you put your feet. Just one strike will put you down. My eyes can see even the smallest prey. No king or queen can outlive the encounter with me and my troop. And with the speed, I can outrun any group.
I would change that slightly and put the no king as last.
So do you mean this order? Whoops. This order.
It's wrong.
Switch snake and eagle. This order.
Nothing happens.
No.
Stag, so I am king. By my orders, the enemy is impaled.
Have we seen anything even revolve again? Anything?
I
about it?
thought it was a threat. I went with the story of a threat again, sort of thing.
Now,
Perhaps you're thinking too deep into the story aspect of it.
yeah. So I'm the king, my enemy has been impaled. So what's the enemy of the stag?
The snake. Not a wolf.
Snake.
The snake.
Snake or wolf.
The wolf.
Mhm.
So
Maybe the warthog.
there wasn't the warthog. We know that.
No,
it
we
was
got the animals. Right. The animals are right.
So the stag will do something to the wolf. The wolf has no
the
king or
wolf's-
queen can uncover.
I mean, the wolf's weakness is a snake in its pack. So
Well, or
They
is
prey
it
in the
or is
pack.
it no king or queen can outlive an encounter with me and my troop? So it's the horse.
I think.
Which word do you connect to the wolf? Which phrase?
No king or queen can outlive an encounter with me and my troop.
Yeah, okay.
And then the horse with my speed and can run even a group. No wait. Because
I'm gonna hazard a guess at that. Discord.
Discord.
Let me see.
Yeah, so this order I just placed here.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah. Nice.
Good job, Mike.
Woo!
Right. As you put them in,
I was getting there.
the wall slides open, revealing a small chest inside of the wall. The chest is slightly open.
Can I check inside of it?
You can.
You
And-
might want me to check for traps first, please.
Nah.
Then
not
I'm
that
leaving the room.
I mean, it was slightly open already, so
Yeah, that
Yeah.
screams, please open me.
I
Yeah.
just flip it open with one of my fingers.
So it's a mimic.
I knew it.
Bite my finger off.
Inside of the chest, you find a small, beautiful dagger with a nice, beautiful sheath. The handle of the dagger seems to be made out of jade, and the hilt is decorated in small stones. There's also some nice carvings on the very blade itself.
Is
That is
there the carvings are a kind of like, are there any language or like runes or whatever?
you can roll me a history check.
Yeah, with my bad history.
Yeah, I mean you asked. It's not that bad. So you can tell that these carvings are definitely elven.
Okay,
It's elven runes.
freaking elves.
Oh, I
Well-
so want a meta right now.
I'll pick it up and just walk over to the other people and tell them, like, hold it over in my hand. Look what I found.
Trying to read it. Is it elven runes or elven writing?
Runes, like carvings, runes.
Yeah, so
Typical
not writing.
no writing.
No, okay.
So, back in the room, you have Whitmore on her knees. She seems to have been beaten because she's badly bruised, and there's a small dried up pool of blood by her knees. Please help me. They're
Tabor's gonna
lying.
ask-
We don't need
Tap-
the map. It's irrelevant.
tap- Tabor's gonna ask how this room was trapped.
They brought me here, I was knocked out. When they stormed this building, I took us by surprise. Our medic betrayed us. He opened the doors for them, and as they stormed, it was already too late.
How
Too
did
many
they
of them.
get you in this cell?
They caught me. I fought bravely. But as they caught me, they knocked me out. They put me in here, and she's looking up. And you can see the ropes that goes through the roof once again. And they booby-trapped the entire place.
Tabor's gonna say to everyone, I can get in, get her out. Whoever's the slowest out of us needs to be as close to that door to get out as possible, and we need to make sure the door
I would
up-
suggest we remove the cases upstairs first, so the whole building doesn't explode.
Good idea.
Tabor will go, I can prestidigitation and try and take some of the oil off the stuff.
Right, but we need to get the source out of the way.
Yeah.
Our paladin's right. I'll go help him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're upstairs from them stuff.
Yeah. Right, there's ropes in the ceiling that will catch fire that will then go down those ropes into the crates below us that will then detonate and take the rest of the building with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we move the crates downstairs away from the ropes so the ropes burn and do nothing.
Looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to the toilet.
What state of mind does she seems to be in right now?
Roll on the inside. So she looks quite panicked and desperate. But even though you can clearly tell that she's gone through some hard times, even though that, she still looks to be mentally stable.
But she does look like panicked still.
Panicked, yes.
Yeah. But not out of her mind. Like,
Yeah, not crazy.
no. Okay. So Kia will start carving on the walls, wooden walls, because that's the best way of communicating. We'll just carve, put on back. I am fast.
Yeah, Tabor would just nod, but we'll read it and just nod.
Rope question mark? Tie?
Whisper's finding this entire thing kind of silly, so using a side dice, I link up myself, the Alistor, and Tobor. Go.
Why are you?
Who am I linked? Who's all linked?
You are linked to me, and I am linked to the lizard, the other one.
Kia. Why are you in my head?
Well, it's roomy.
That's not funny.
So, have we moved these crates yet? Like we said we was gonna.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that you do that.
We do.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So Tabor's gonna say, "Well, let me get in this cage, and at least at bare minimum, I can see if I can get in there without setting any of the fire off, and open her cage first."
I do offer the suggestion, however, that I don't think that Allosaur is your only form. Perhaps you could transform into something small and just skitter through the grate.
And what would that do? Then what can I do on the other side?
Transform into something more capable once you're on the other side.
How many
Maybe
times
be
do you
there
think I can
so
do this?
I don't know.
Not that many.
Okay, just asking.
Do we even need the map? It's useless to us. We don't need to leave the
Could
city.
be useful.
We
It
don't
could be
need to
useful.
leave the city at all.
Tabor's gonna just say, "Well, if I can get in without setting the trap off, we can get both."
Do it.
And what if you do set it off? Then we'll lose everything.
Then we lose the map. We save the woman.
We were tasked to take the woman.
And also, I saved her daughter. Her daughter is alone in town.
Shouldn't
You
fail.
call the shots, Tobor.
If everyone else is fine with it, Tabor's gonna say to everyone, "Look, back up, get out of this room. I'm gonna use my magic to get in, open the cage."
Right, I'm moving crates upstairs.
Yeah, that's already done.
He already said he
That's
did.
done.
We did
done
that.
and done.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool.
The Allosaurus is gonna
What the
stay.
hell? You-
Stay there. Yeah, that's fine.
Hmm.
So I'm going to, now that I'm outside of the room, Misty Step inside of her cage.
All right. As you do that, you pop onto the floor. Roll me a dexterity save for the entire floor is covered in this
Grease.
grease. So
Slip
unfortunately,
on my
that
ass.
is not enough. You slip and you fall down, covering your entire back and legs in this. And she looks at you and she asks you, "What's that idea? What are you supposed to do now?" The moment you
Lift.
open this, the moment you open it, it's going to burn on the other side anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about that after we got to get you safe. Your daughter is waiting for you back at Safe Haven. And I am
Alive?
going. Yeah,
Oh
we
my
saved her
God.
from a plot. So, oh, by the way, and just as proof that we saved her as such, she gave me this. So that little medallion coin thing that you gave me.
She reaches out for it.
I'll let her have it. Yeah, doesn't.
Yeah. She grabs it, covering it in this grease-like substance. She looks to be crying, but no tears come out of her.
Fine. I'm
Well,
going
can
to
Repay you.
by getting us all out of here alive, and I'm going to try and lift up the cage or open the cage. Whatever her cage she's in is, however I'd remove it from her is how I'm going to do it.
So there's a door. There's a very clear door on this wooden cage. The cage is also spiked down to the ground, so you cannot lift it.
Okay, yeah. So I'd be opening the door then. That's what I was getting at. I didn't know if it was a trap on top of her cage, if it was an open door cage.
So you grab a hold of the door and you try to open it. It's locked.
Keys from the other room.
Yeah, you tried. There's like 8 keys hanging from this keychain, and yes, one of them fits into this. You open the cage up. It slides open, creaking as it does. She crawls out, clearly being very weakened and incapable of really standing up.
I am going to instantly telepathic link with Whisper. He lied to us. It was locked.
I repeat that to the rest.
Yay.
And yeah, I'm going to try and help her out. I'm going to try and assist her out.
All right, yeah. She clings to you, she grabs a hold of your clothes, and with all of her strength, she tries to stand up on her two legs, which are shaking like trees in a very harsh wind. But she's standing up and clinging to you like a drunk person. Please take me out of here.
Tabor is going to give her his last proc treat, his last finger that isn't a human, and say, eat this. And it will give her, because it was the chef one, it will give her, we will regain one, oh no, so, hit the, that's that one. She gains temporary hit points from it, but I just need to find out where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary hit points isn't the same thing as healing, unfortunately.
No, but it stops her dying. It gives her that
Yeah.
little bit more to resist this fire, is what I'm trying to get at. I don't want her dying
Right.
in the run out.
Ooh.
Or maybe it doesn't. I thought it did. But I might have been pretty sure.
Curiosity.
At the end of the show.
Could we have wrapped her in that rug we found in that other room? Protect her from the fire.
Soak the rug.
Yeah.
All right, so she gains, if she's willing to eat that, bearing in mind I'm trying to gain her trust, she will gain 2 temporary hit points. It's equal to my proficiency bonus.
All right.
So.
Yeah, she eats it and she thanks you as she spits out a bone.
Yeah, fine. And I'm gonna basically, what is the range of prestidigitation? 10 feet. So I'm gonna pull her close to here with me, ready to put her on the crocodile. But I'm gonna on this gate. Which one is the gate as such that opens?
It's in the very middle.
Okay. I'm going to say to her, get prepared to run. The dinosaur is going to carry you out of here. It is friendly.
That name's Barney.
A druid, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. The boy's going to go, yeah, shapeshifter.
You see, when you say that, it shudders a bit.
She, for the first time since you've met her, she smiles as she looks at the creature in front of her. Reminds me of a story where I once accidentally shot a druid. Didn't know it was a druid.
Stories for later. Stories for later. And as I push the gate open, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to instantly snuff out that candle to try and get rid of the only fuel that I can see for the fire.
Oh,
If it's going to go up, it's going to go up regardless. So the gate, the magic, at the same time, simultaneously, one hand worrying about opening the gate, and the other one and the mind focused on the candle, trying to snuff out the candle.
Okay. So, as you cast the magic, you see runes on the walls on both cells as they start to light up, and then you hear a sound, and flames rapidly spreads across the roof, the floor, and the ceiling. Make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid the flames. She's going to do so as well.
Can she do it with assistance if I'm pushing her through the gate?
You are going to be rolling with disadvantage if that's the case.
That's fine by me. I'll roll with disadvantage.
All right.
Wouldn't have mattered.
She rolled really good, actually. So yeah, you push her out, and she miraculously makes it out. However, you are engulfed in flames as your entire back is covered in this substance. You, my friend, you take 23 fire damage as your entire body is engulfed in flames.
I'm going to have to, or die, use my reaction to absorb element.
All right, that is absolutely valid. You take half of 23. However, your back is still intensely burning. And you can all hear how the entire building starts to creak as you all clearly see the flames having entered the ceiling.
At this point, would she be on the lizard, and would they start be running away, or at least to the lizard?
Yeah, she's going to make an attempt to grab a hold of the lizard.
So
She rolls a 20.
So I was gonna say also the Allosaurus also had the grabby claws. So could it just pick her up?
Yeah.
Now it has 19 strength. Can it pick up Tobar too?
Don't worry about. I've got Turbo.
Okay.
It's right. It's right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I've got this, guys.
Well, at this point, like, if we're in this situation right now, like, could it pick him up as well?
I would need a check for it, but you could. You are.
I mean,
large
I'm not
and
gonna
strength
fight
good.
it. I'm fighting the flames on myself. Like,
Okay, 19.
Yeah, you can carry both. However, Tobor is still burning intensely on his back. Tobor, how do you put out the flames?
prestidigitation, instantly snuff a flame that's 5 foot square.
You are more than 5 foot currently. Burning.
Yeah, I can put out a big bit and stuff for a little bit of flame, but
So you are going to take more damage.
yeah, which means I'm
not
going to
as
be
much,
unconscious. I'm going to be unconscious on his back.
How much health are you at?
You said so is absorb elements the whole lot, or is it that 5?
It's off.
All right, so I am on half of 23 is 11, isn't it? when it rounds
Realistically,
down?
realistically.
So I'm on 11.
Real-
You did half. Like I was dead if I didn't do elements. So I'm half. I'm on 11.
Well, realistically, if Tobar's picked up, still on fire, as Kia turns around with him, wouldn't someone else also do something?
No one has said anything. So
I can't get to.
No, it's right. It's
What I
for
can
now.
see on this map currently, I can't get to do anything.
No, not
Well-
yet. Not until we're running past. You could like
Yeah.
lay on hands.
Well, if we're in initiative, in a fake initiative situation, which I assume we're in right now,
pretty much.
yeah. So Tobar's action to open the gate happens first.
Mhm.
That it takes damage on his round. Kia takes a hold and turns and starts moving.
But you would only be able to grab a hold of one of them if that's the case. Like you can only
Okay,
grab a hold
that's
of.
true. That is,
Yeah, so you cannot grab a hold of both.
that is true.
But didn't you say she grabbed?
Then you said
She grabbed the dinosaur,
Yeah,
and the dinosaur grabbed me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But let's just continue off where we are. Let's not
Okay.
make it too complex.
What I basically want to see, would Kia been able to turn around with Tobor before Tobor takes any burning fire because he is on fire?
I
To
don't
like
think.
grab him and like take him out.
Yeah, start
Ye-
carrying him out.
Yes, he's still burning though.
You should.
But yes, you can pull him out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, just holding a flaming Tobor in front of her
Yeah.
as she goes there. And if anyone does anything to that, I hope you do.
Tobor, you
Yeah.
managed to put out half of the flames. Half of you is still burning. You take another 13 fire damage.
I mean,
As your
where
lower
are
torso is
you?
intensely
Like,
burning.
where are you guys right now? Are you running outward?
We're
Okay.
heading out.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
moving
going to
out
be
first,
running
yeah.
out very quickly.
Okay, because when you run past me, I like put both my hands on the flames on you because they are quite big, so I try to like snuff them out.
They're basically on my legs now. I put the flames out
Yeah.
on my top half, and I'm burning from the bottom half at the minute.
As you
Being
go
terrified.
out, as he goes past me, I'm just going to rip the bottom of his robe off.
So let's start with Zvorda. You put your do you try to? How do you do it? Like when you put your hands on them, how do you do it?
Like I just put both my hands on the flames just to I will probably burn my hands, but I will try to snuff them out just by putting my hands on the
So-
flames.
So this is what happens. You put them on, and you feel the grease, like it's squishy, and then you pull it back up. The flames are still burning as they were before, and now your hands are burning as the grease has been smudged on your hands, and they are now also burning. It's only your hands, so you're not going to take too much damage. You take 5 fire damage. How do you guys intend to...
Right. I'm going to rip off the bottom of his robe.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm not touching the
Um,
burning bit. I'm just pulling his robe off.
Yeah. All right. So yes, that is enough to actually just because you remove what's burning and what's smudged in this. As
Yeah.
you remove that, you see his badly burnt back. Tobor, as you have gone unconscious, roll me a con save for a lingering injury.
Okie dokie.
I will then play on hands. You can have a whole hit point and be happy about it.
It's fine by me. That's not.
See how much
That's
did
a
you
wait.
take? Yeah. So you do not get any lingering injury.
I give Tobor the 3 healing potions.
All right.
I'm
Tobor,
still
you're-
being carried at this point. I think we're still running out of the building. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we're running.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes. I think
don't need to,
I
do we?
like keep clapping my hands just to like snuff the flames out.
Yeah, you are going to take. Oh wow, you're going to take another 6 fire damage, but after that, the fires naturally go out as the substance naturally burn out. It's not going to last forever.
You know what's caused all this, don't you? You casting prestidigitation to snuff out the candle. What caused all this?
So anyway, you all hear the entire building creaking at this point. You can hear the fire burning, and as you look up, you see how it starts to darken, and you can even feel heat above you, intense heat.
So yeah, the Allosaurus is running at this point.
Yeah.
I think the Allosaurus
I'm
is
dashing.
faster than most of you.
GTFO.
Yeah. Also, I assume
Um,
Aramis will also run.
Oh yes, of course.
No, he
Oh.
stays and jumps at the fire.
Yeah, he gets in the flame just to make
In
sure
fact-
the board didn't drop any.
No,
Yeah.
In fact, he's already oiled himself up.
Yeah, he grabs an extinguisher and tries to fight the flames, but they're too much.
I start spitting at the flames.
Like you were sick.
So, as the environment around you burn, you run down the staircase that took you up here, and you see how the ropes that has been snagged around the pillars are burning intensely. No explosion though, but the building is burning still. Debris from the roof starts to fall as the entire structure gets weaker and weaker by every second. But there's enough time for you to make it up.
We'll,
Head out the west.
yeah, not the door we came in through, the other door.
All right.
Yes.
And as I sort of say that, and more sort of, I'm alive, but I'm sort of like basically half passed out on the dinosaur.
You're running by, typical Archmage, passed out, letting everybody else do all the work.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Where the fuck are we going? What the hell?
Whoa.
You run out
We're
this.
going out the west door,
Yeah.
not the one with the clocks on it. We're going out the west door.
So, as you
Oh,
run
look,
through the
that's a
building.
better one for me.
Oh yeah, that's impossible for you. I mean, what if you strapped it on your back? You would be like a walking ballista. Holy fuck, that's awesome.
And when I get my skeletons, they're allowed to fire ballistas.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Well, let's
Wow.
just drive, pull it with me then.
Oh, as you run, your feet starts to get hot because the entire underground is currently burning intensely. You can hear, even up here, how the building creak, and you see a part of the floor fall down. But you do make it out. The rain falls down, Tabor. This is a relief for you. You badly burnt back and legs. They feel refreshed as they come out in this green rain. You, if I remember correctly, you did this during nighttime, right?
It was the evening, start of the evening is when we came here. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was dark. You had like the darkness with you. So once you go out, it is pretty much nighttime. The sun has left, and the moon has just entered. In front of you, you see the large park that you ran through before you came here. And on the other side of the building, you hear the zombie clots roar with their screams echoing through the night. What do you do?
How dark is it? Like, how far can we see?
It's a dark vision, sort of dark.
Yeah,
You need
'cause-
dark vision to see.
Yeah, but I have
Alright.
120 in dark vision. Dark vision.
Yeah. So you see 120 feet.
We should be heading back to Safe Haven, so I would imagine that's where we'd be going.
The boar is gonna, in his sleepy state on the dinosaur, is just gonna cast light on his staff, so it's like a little beacon. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a beacon, but the woman, the dinosaur, and Tabor now have a 20-foot radius light, so we can at least see in that.
Yeah.
So, do you want to make it straight back to the safe haven?
No, we got to go and meet her. We got to go and meet Dawnbringer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where to the
Yeah.
west.
Kia would also point that out.
All right, good. So, as you make your way there, Whitmore, who is still riding Kia, I think, right?
Well, probably still carried.
She's going to ask you, what are your names? Who are you?
Roar.
The boar.
Whisper.
Sorry, what?
His
You
name's
heard
Whisper.
me.
She looks at you, Svorda. I think I know you. Aren't you the monster in the sewers?
I'm no monster.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just what you're called. Sorry.
Well, it seems like many monsters just help save your life.
Indeed, and
You get a grunt from me.
if there's anything I can ever do to repay you, you can count on me. Now take me to my daughter.
And Tabor said we've got to meet up with Dawnbringer first. This was her operation, and as we're beelining it to there, I'd imagine at a rather rapid speed.
Kia will through Whisper suggest that maybe Tor should get a healing potion, maybe.
Yes, I had tried to do that earlier. I
Yeah.
shoved. I handed him the 3 healing potions. Drink up, or you're useless.
I hand Tobor to Whisper.
Oh, I'm
So what is
blatant about it.
Yeah, here we go.
So it's 2d4. I'm going to chug 1 instantly as soon as they give it to me. That's 2d4
Plus 2, I believe.
2d4
Oh,
plus
nice.
2. Yeah.
Plus 2.
9.
So 9.
9.
I'm at half! Woohoo!
The life of a wizard.
Fucking
Behold
wizard.
my miraculous healing powers.
Yeah, I think that'll do for now. I'll keep it 10. If we get in a fight, I'll use a bonus to chug another one or something if it gets too dangerous. But yeah, I'd just. So you've given me the 2. Am I holding the 2 now?
I gave you 2. I'm holding 1.
Okay, so I've got 1. That's fine.
He now releases Tobor.
So
And Tabor starts jogging along.
I don't think we're running right now.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still at like I've rough. Tabor's just gonna carry on walking. Then. Still
as you're
bad.
walking through
Or
the
bad.
city streets, the moon now casts its moonlight on you, giving you a slight vision. There's a large shadow casting over you because of the buildings, and with each step, you step in another small puddle that has been formed over the rain that has fallen during the nighttime. The streets are littered with corpses from men, women, and children. And you even see, when you cross some buildings, a light from some apartment buildings that has been put up by the window, a small candle. Do you investigate these candles, or do you continue?
Mm,
Only glancingly. Like, do we see anybody by the windows? At least Kia only does it glancingly.
You can roll a perception.
can I make note of where they are in the city, like map-wise, so that if we choose to return, we can find at least the buildings. Maybe not the exact window apartment, but at least the buildings.
Yeah. So during your entire way to the regroup, you see a total of 5 apartments that has been lit up with a candle. Kia, you do not see anyone, unfortunately, as you walk through the rain. But you start to make it to where you left off with
Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer. You're greeted by a gruesome sight. These aren't old corpses like the ones you've seen before. These are fresh corpses, blood still spilling out from the cadavers. You see soldiers. You know these soldiers. They're soldiers that traveled with you to this place. Tabor, you feel the monkey moving in your bag, and it runs up to your shoulder, and it sits there eyeing your surrounding.
I tell the Borda, arm up.
Uh,
The small monkey then jumps off your shoulder, Tabor, and walks on the street on 2 legs, looking more like a penguin than anything.
I want to
Walks
cast
up.
light on its, like, 'cause you said it had a little, had a little outfit on. I think when
Oh,
you
yeah.
first,
Mhm.
I want to cast light on the outfit.
Okay, yeah. It looks down on its outfit. Then it takes the outfit off, leaving it in one of the puddles. It then walks up to one of the corpses and prods it, and then starts to move away from you, casually.
Which corpse did it go up to?
One of the soldiers, one that is clad in full plate.
I'd like to use divine sense, please.
All right, that is 60 feet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what does it sense? Undead?
Celestial fiend and undead.
Celestial fiend and undead. All right. You do not sense anything within the 60 feet of you.
The monkey doesn't ping anything out.
No, it is not a celestial. It is not a summon companion, or whatever it's called.
And it's
Find a
not
familiar.
Find familiar, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just checking if it was just something weird.
Tabor would actually sort of call out to the monkey and just sort of, where are you going?
The monkey looks back at
Um,
you. You see its 2 brown eyes glimmering in the moonlight. Its fur now drenched in the green water that falls from the sky. It then turns around once again and walks up to one of the apartments building and starts to climb on the structure itself, using everything that it can to climb higher and higher up.
I asked Tilbor, do you want me to follow it?
Let it go.
Okay.
Shame, but let it go.
How many dead bodies did you say?
So
5.
5?
You said 5 bodies it pinged against.
No, but it touched one.
Yeah, but how many bodies was
Mm.
total?
So soldiers, you see a total of, let's see, she brought 15 with her. It was her and 15 men.
Mhm.
One of them was a gold cloak. In front of you on this street, you see 5 of them. There's also a lot of other monstrosities that has been slaughtered around them, but they're dead. Yes, 5 of them. And this is like, to get to the regroup point, you would probably have to walk about 200 meters to get there, and through some curves.
Is there any sign of where this battle began? Like, is like or if somebody ran some way, or
Yeah. So it's a definite trail. And the trail leads to where you're supposed to meet up with her.
okay.
Oh, I thought this was the meeting point.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Sorry then.
Yeah.
Boar is gonna take some weapons of the fallen.
All right.
Oh,
They have
by the way,
shields and swords. Long swords.
Couple of shields, couple of swords, if I can.
Yes, Hampus?
I'll just like tap on Whisper's shoulder and holds the dagger that I found towards him. Do you want this?
Sure. I'll take it. Thank you. Of course, someone as illustrious as myself with blades like this. Who else could it possibly go to except maybe Aramis? But no, I don't think so.
Aramis probably says something in response to that.
That dagger wouldn't even like
Ah, witty, quick.
I wouldn't even be able to hold it. Like hold it
Toothpick.
between my thumb and my
It's
fingers.
a great
Stab.
toothpick, an ornate toothpick.
Yeah.
A needle.
I grab it and I nod in thanks.
Through Whisper, Kia's just gonna basically say, we maybe
Wait
should
a minute. When
hurry.
he uses giant size, does he come to be a huge creature?
It's large.
I'm large.
Yeah, no, but as a
Um,
rune knight.
No,
yeah.
I want like if you're talking about the giant might ability,
Yeah.
it only says if you are
Medium or smaller.
Yeah.
if you are medium or small, you become large.
No.
Ah, right.
But
okay.
I'm already large, so I don't become larger.
Right.
So you said a couple of shields and a couple of swords, yeah?
Yeah, a total of 5 of them. One of the shields has been completely smashed. It is unusable. But 4 shields and 5 swords.
I relay Lizard Boy's statement about moving on.
Yeah, exactly. So
What
we should
sword?
hurry.
What swords are they?
Long swords.
I'm only picking up 2 of each because I haven't got the strength to carry anything more.
All right. As you rush towards the meeting point, it has a trail. It is a trail of monsters, and sometimes you stumble upon another corpse of a soldier. It is very clear that these soldiers are victims of the monsters. These aren't really stab wounds. Some of them have been crushed totally, almost as if a giant stepped on them. And some of them have thick, deep bite marks on their throats and other surfaces.
Wasn't me, guys.
As horrible as it is, as I'm taking some of the swords and some of the shields, I'm gonna turn to what is it? Who's the woman with us?
Whitmore.
I'm gonna say, unfortunately, these come back in this rain if they are not decapitated.
Do what you
And
must.
start chopping off the heads of them 5 bodies before we carry on.
Yeah.
All right.
We can't have armored zombies walking around.
All right. Let's see. Haven't I shared her?
No, not hers.
Nope. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just to make it easier for everyone else to remember names. All right. So, as you rush towards the meeting point, it's going to take a little bit longer time because head chopping. But when you get closer and closer, you see the walls, the buildings here were once totally fine, almost as if nothing had happened. But now, it's almost only rubble left, and you see 3 zombie clots that has been bested, fallen down. One of them, it seems like almost like an entire building has collapsed upon it. And you also see another 5 dead soldiers. None of them being either the Gold Cloak or Dawnbringer herself.
Off come the heads again, unfortunately.
Yeah. Allosaurus will help by simply crushing the heads.
It's like
So I
setting a
chop
break.
one. As I chop the one, you've just crushed the four.
Let's see.
You'd say I'm evil.
I'm stopping undead coming for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Next level, I'm bringing the undead to the party.
But good.
See.
Yeah.
Here,
Hmm.
as you're about to step on one's head, he grabs a hold of your leg,
Hmm.
and he turns his head up, and you see that he's alive.
Okay.
Barely.
She's gonna growl, basically trying to get attention.
As soon as Tabor's dead, beheading one of the dead ones. So Tabor will go over and be like sort of questioning what the growl's for, and knowing that this was odd,
Hmm.
and then see.
I relayed that or the Allosaurus found something.
So Whitmore says, as she looks down upon the grounded man, she says, "That's Phillips." And the man grunts. He cannot speak. He doesn't utter any words. Instead, he just reaches up towards Yuki as you're the closest one with his right hand.
Yeah, just stands next to him.
Reaches up with a dinosaur, and the lizard's going to grab his hand to pull him to his feet, or attempt to pull him to his feet.
Yeah. His armor scrapes on the ground as he desperately attempts to just get onto his knees. He manages, but just barely. His head is still tilted downwards, facing the ground and his own blood pool that he has created. His hands, he seems to be missing two fingers. His little finger and his fuck is this finger called?
The next one.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
the pointer.
finger.
Ring,
Pointer.
your
Oh,
ring
you
The
mean
not-
the ring finger?
No.
The ring finger.
Ring
the
finger. Ring finger.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
not middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The ring finger. Yes. They have seemingly been eaten, it seems. And just as he manages to get up on his knees, upon the rubble, you hear someone walking in full plate. You hear very clearly how the plate slam against the rock. And as you look up upon this pile of rubble, where this beast, this clot has been slaughtered, you see Dawnbringer standing with her shield and her sword, her armor now glowing in a holy light. She looks down at you, her armor drenched in water as it drips down on the pebbles upon which she stands. She looks furious.
Holds up Whitmore.
And as he's holding up Whitmore, I'm forcing my other healing potion to to fill it.
Don't do that, she says, looking at you, Tabor. He's been bitten. There's only one way to deal with those who've been bitten.
Tabor's going to be to become undead. You have to die. If we stop him from dying, he can't become undead.
She looks up to the sky. You can now see her blonde hair underneath her helmet, her eyes glimmering as she looks at the moon. We're all infected. Even you, and even I.
I guarantee you I'm not.
You think your holiness will shield you from this?
I don't
It won't.
think anything. I'm well aware.
He's infected. We all are. Being bitten like this, it's only going to speed things up. It's only a matter of, if he's lucky, a day perhaps, before it turns. He looks up. You cannot see if he's crying or not, but he looks to be in distraught. He cannot move, and because as he attempts so, he falls down, once again face planting down upon the stone street.
Kia's gonna ask Whisper. You fought these things more than I have. Have you seen anyone get bitten?
Vic, would I have seen people have gotten bitten?
We've all been bitten, haven't we, pretty much?
Yeah. So, you have seen one being bitten, specifically a boy. You remember also Dawnbringer was there that moment, and she told you that he's been bitten, and she knows what's going to happen when you've been bitten. She never told you anything though, other than that, because you left them
Okay.
at a tavern a long time ago.
I'm gonna walk over to this guy and like lift his head up, like put my thumb under his chin and lift his head up.
Mhm.
Please,
Don't.
you owe me your life, and then I'm going to heal him with 5 points of lay on hands and remove disease.
Well, she looks at you. He thanks you, but she looks at you. That's not gonna do anything. You've only delayed the inevitable.
Well, at least it's another soldier in the fight against what else we've got while he's still with us.
Now on your feet.
The water help him to his feet.
Yeah. He stands up. He looks at his dismembered hand. The hand has missing fingers. I don't even know if I can hold a sword properly anymore.
Can I look at the wounds? Does it look like there's any infection there? I know you just cured disease or whatnot, but does it look like any had started?
I mean, it doesn't look infected. It looks to be
No,
a
just a fresh wound.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Dawnbringer says nothing. Instead, she sheaths her sword and walks down, shield in hand, her armor still glowing strongly. Look, I don't want to be the one who do what needs to be done. I've done that my entire life. And she looks up at her friend that is being carried by the dinosaur. It's good to see you, Whitmore. I can see that everyone brought you back here safe and sound. I mean your debt, friends. And she looks at the soldier that you healed. She gives him a strong look. And then looks back at you, Kia. It's okay, you can leave the beast form. Surely my friend Whitmore can walk alone, she says, looking at Whitmore with a very strong, like a very disciplined look. Whitmore nodding. Of course I can. Of course.
Kia hesitates for a moment. And then she puts Whitmore down carefully in front of her, the other woman,
Dawnbringer.
Yeah, and then she basically the Allosaurus basically splits open for a second. You think it's gonna pour out blood, but instead she jumps out as the Allosaurus just disappears into smoke.
Fascinating. I've always enjoyed seeing druids do their little tricks. And she then tells you what happened.
I was going to say, I think we should get somewhere safe before we start talking about the story. But he's not there. Ryder's not. The building's currently being burnt to ashes.
Man, I am fairly certain he knew we were coming.
How? I mean, sure, he expected me, right?
No, I think he...
Your medic.
Yes.
My medic?
Your
Actually,
medic betrayed the entire garrison. The Tabaxi.
Oh, you mean Piff? Oh, he's not even stationed there. He's stationed at Safe Haven.
Your medic betrayed the entire... Unless you have two tabaxi medics.
She looks to be a bit like she's thinking hard. And then Wakemore says, Puff. Yes, the Tabaxi Puff betrayed us. The brother to Piff. I believe that they have been working together with Ryder to make all of this happen.
They knew specifically that we were going to be here.
They set up traps specifically with us in mind and left someone considerate enough to tell us all about it.
How considerate of him. Well,
We did let that one live. We got to correct that.
Yeah, we do.
Who was it?
One of yours.
No, it wasn't. It was one of
Wasn't it?
Ryder's ones. No,
It was one of the Sealed
it
Oath
was-
Guild.
It was one of the ones that we saved from a crocodile fighting in the underground, who's trying to guide us out. Do you remember when we let them guide us the wrong way, so we didn't give
Oh,
away
right,
the-
okay.
It was one of them. So I don't think we had a name, or I can't remember it as a player, but Tabor will
He
explain.
never
It's
gave
just
you a
one-
name.
Yeah, Tabor's just going to say it's one of Ryder's boys that was leading us through the tunnels. We saved him from the crocodile. So I think that's probably why
She looks
he
at you
tried
with
to give us.
She looks at you with a strong look. You think someone who'd join his gang of thugs would ever be a good person and contribute to this society? No. You should have dealt with him right where he stood.
And then we
No.
would have never got back to you to help solve this issue.
Yeah, had I realised he was actually a bandit, I would have done.
Man, I think we could still use him. Still has worth.
On post?
Apparently, and probably Aramis is gonna say something. Yeah, my cousin saved his life, and I think he actually feels like he owes us.
He owes you, so he's repaid it. Thieves might have honor in that sort of way, but once it's been repaid, you cannot trust them.
And Tabor's going to reiterate, I still think we should get out of this fucking place before talking about these stories.
Yes. I put up a camp instead of this, well, half of an apartment. We could rest here. We are quite exhausted. We were attacked by a horde. It's only me and my gold cloak left alive, but it's almost as if they knew we were here.
Tabor's going to say, well, we was also attacked by a horde just outside the garrison. And then inside of it.
Well,
And then I got burnt alive rescuing your friend. So yes, rest would be lovely. And he's going to walk towards where she just pointed that the camp was.
I start heading with Tobor.
You're going for the safe haven? She asks.
No, as in the
Yeah.
camp that she had just pointed at.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Of course. As you walk up the rubble, there's so much rubble that it's almost like a straight path up to the second story of the building. She looks at you, Svorda. Dawnbringer looks at you. And in her glowing armor, she says, I haven't seen you before. What are you, some sort of a Goliath dwarf?
Yes, basically, yes. Yes, I am.
Huh. Never seen your kind before. Then again, these past days I've seen a lot of new things. Anyway, welcome. Now, let's go. I hate the rain. And she walks up. As she's walking, her armor glows, almost revealing like a passage. and underneath half a story, essentially the entire hall, like half of the building has collapsed on itself. So you can see all of the floors, like what's it called? C-section?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cross section.
Cross section.
C-section is something very different.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant though when he said cross.
Yeah.
I know, but I was just trying to figure out how Vic was going to C-section a building.
Pulls out a
Such
gazebo.
You know.
Oh! Oh yeah, okay. Cross section. It's a cross section of the building. And a large campfire has been put up where you see this man clad in a golden armor, his helmet having been removed. You see his white mustache as he looks at you. He has a thick, deep scar going across his head. And he is quite bald. He looks at
Hey,
you.
be careful.
There's nothing wrong with being bald.
All the best
I
people
think-
are.
Yeah.
Hey.
You two look
luscious
amazing.
locks.
But he looks at you and he says, "Ha! So you're alive. Impressive. Impressive." On a stick, he has pierced what looks to be a thick sausage of some sort as he holds it over the campfire. He sits upon a green couch, looking to be quite comfy in his full suited armor.
The boy's going to sit down around the campfire, and he's going to pull out the bottle of wine that he got from the man's last meal or such in that locked room, in the wardrobe room, and he's going to offer it out to the party first, and
Oh,
then
blimey, is that for me? He says as he bring it up.
it's the boy's going to say it's for all of us. I think we all need it.
Fine. But bring me the biggest glass. And he looks at everyone.
The boy's going to dish out an even share to everyone.
Is this all I'm gonna get?
Looks
Do
at
you
the
know
bottle.
how hard I fought?
I was burnt alive in a prison cell trying to rescue your comrades. So, do you know what I had to go through?
Probably a burning.
And more with the undead and everything that we had to fight on the way through.
Sounds like an adventure.
It was an adventure. But we all went through shit. We all get a fair share of wine. And it's gonna... if there's more in the bottle after giving everyone a round, then there'll be another round. Sort of I'm gonna empty this bottle. This is sort of the ninth bottle.
How does a mere human survive all that anyway?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my man. I live by the sword. Let's just put it that way. Huh. He looks like he leans over to you, and you can smell his foul breath of alcohol as he whispers. I'm pretty sure I could even take down Dawnbringer if I wanted to.
War's gonna look at the party and go, isn't the saying live by the sword, die by the sword?
Yes. Yes,
And I still haven't fought a single zombie with a sword. Ha! I will live until the day someone with a sword decides to face me.
The boy's gonna go, it's a good job I've been clearing up the bodies that you left that had the sword.
Wait, say it again?
The boy's gonna basically saying, good job that we cleared up the bodies that they left that were fully armoured with the swords. Because otherwise there would have been a zombie with a sword. We wouldn't be able to use it, but
do you really think one of those slow-minded creatures would be able to use a sword? Ha! Not in a million years. He says as he takes a chug.
that's fine.
Okay. No, she wouldn't.
I'm gonna I got something that was quite cool. That book. I'm gonna sit down in a corner somewhere. Actually, no, I can't yet. Don't worry. Identify requires a pearl that I do not have.
You don't happen to have any.
Wait a
pearls
minute. Vic, I
Yeah?
checked that jeweled dagger.
Mhm.
Perhaps pearl might be found upon it?
No, there's no pearl on it. Sorry.
Tried.
Or the hand mirror.
Yeah, I've got the ornate hand mirror.
I'll give it
I mean-
10% chance. High or low?
Low. Because I've been
Low.
rolling shit tonight.
59. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine. In that case, I'm going to try and study this book. Not with Identify, I'm just going to try and study this book.
Yeah.
And I might even use this mirror to try and, like, in like the time I'm sort of looking at both of them, try and see if they interact at all. Because he had it in the room that this was locked in.
If you want to, like, my rulings for attunement is that you just need to spend a short rest.
I didn't know it was attunement. I'm just trying to work it out. But
No,
if it is, if it is that, I'm going to spend an hour investigating it, and I suppose that would attune me to something that was magical. I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go for it. Curse be damned.
All right. So you attune to the book. As you finally attune to it, the entire book almost seems to become alive. The fur starts to move on its own, and on each side of the corner of this book, eyes pop up of different creature. You see a human's eye, a snake eye, even a frog's eye. And you attune to it. Show to players.
Look at creatures.
What was that laugh? What?
In
What was that?
a way, it was Andy's laugh.
I was
from distance.
amused.
Yeah.
Wait, amused by what?
It doesn't matter. Sorry.
Oh.
It was an unfortunate coincidence.
All right.
That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. That is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Might even work best with somebody who likes to play with animals.
And someone that likes to chop them up and give more material. Yeah, that'd be good. Like, I'll sit down, and once I've worked it out, I'll tell the group what it does and what it is.
Are you sure it's benign? It's not trying to consume you?
Everything tries to consume me eventually. I grew up in the swamps.
I am curious as to why you are so paranoid about everything.
You can never trust what you see.
happened? What happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it, but trust me when I say you never know what might try to end you.
Were you attacked by a mimic?
It doesn't respond and just rolls up a little bit. But you clearly see her.
A minute. Sorry.
Yeah, you clearly see her like grasping at some of her mechanical parts.
The guy in the golden armor, he leans over to you, clearly drunk at this point. Wait a minute, there is something wrong with you. The fuck is up with your eyes? Marvelous. What the hell? And he
Who's he
grabs
talking
hold
to?
of his mustache.
Who's he talking to?
Kia.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with them. They're better, in fact.
Better?
Yes.
You look blind, dear.
Well, I see very well. I see better than you, in fact.
Alright. Wanna compete then?
Not really.
It's what I thought. He takes another chug.
And Kia just starts looking over towards Phillips. In fact, there's no injury you can't get improved from, as long as you have the means.
He looks at you. What do you mean? What?
Your hand.
Yes. What about it?
You should travel to Drift. You can be improved.
You mean replace my fingers with metal?
Yes.
That's crazy.
No.
Yes.
It's the future.
Ah, don't mind him. He's just another stupid, low-ranked soldier. I believe that enhancing your body with mechanical parts is a marvelous thing. I would never do it myself, but to those who have done it, I can nothing but applaud them.
Thank you.
My name is Cliff, by the way. Cliff Stoneheart. And he stands up, his arm is shaking, and he walks around the campfire, shaking everyone's hands, like reaching to shake them.
Well, Kia's only like left hand, like the. Is he couth enough to switch his hand when trying to what's it called, shake Kia's left hand?
As he's currently drunk, yes, he will change hands to shake the left.
Okay. Well, I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, you can see that, like, everyone is sitting around the camp. Everyone that's an NPC anyway. I don't know what your guys are doing, but they're sitting around the campfire. Dawnbringer has removed her helmet, and as she looks at Cliff, she just shakes her head. Her soggy hair dingling in between her eyes as she do so. Cliff, stop making a fool of yourself and sit down. I think it's time for you to perhaps go to sleep for a while. It's been a rough day, hasn't it, Cliff? She looking quite mad. And he looks down at her and says, I'll remind you that I am a gold cloak, not to this city, but the kingdom itself. I will not take orders from you.
Oh man, I can't not do this. So you'll hear from Kia. You'll hear Cliff's own words as he says, "In fact, I could maybe take on Dawnbringer herself, myself."
Yeah, he doesn't realize. Instead, he looks back. Exactly. Wait, what? The fuck was that? Dawnbringer looks at you, Kia, and then looks back at Cliff, shakes her head and says, Cliff, you wouldn't stand a chance. You're nothing but a big buffoon who clads himself in a golden armor just because you think you're better than everyone else. Cliff clears his throat. I think I've had enough for tonight. He looks at you, Kia, looking quite mad. He then walks back to his seating, grabs a hold of his thick helmet, and places it over his head. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Wherever he's going, the boar's gonna go give him one little extra shot of wine, just for the entertainment factor of it all.
I'm not interested.
I check out that dagger, and I'll spend some time with it. If it's possible, I'd like to attune to it.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I need to edit something.
Very stupid of me to do it, but we have an incompetent wizard.
Sorry, I went to a magic tower that was completely burnt and there was no components whatsoever for me to get.
There's no pearls just lying about.
No,
Holy
it was a
shit.
wizard tower. They would have pearls.
Oh my.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Thank you. I made it myself.
That is really cool.
What name? Nothing away.
Go kill something. We can get a pearl.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
You
technically,
can
a
do the
pearl isn't
pearl.
unusual.
It is.
Perlon,
I hand that to Tilbor.
gemstones.
Actually, who would kill with the dagger?
More of that?
No one.
What's that?
It's a toothpick. All right.
You stab your tooth and it just turns into a gem. It's like, oh!
A gold tooth.
Whoever thinks it works best with, take it.
I think it might be. Honestly, Aramis. Let's be real here.
Yeah. it's
Whom
got me
in
the
this
rope.
party both can use this well and loves money.
Aramis.
Yeah.
Gotta be Aramis, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Sure.
think it'd ever get used though. Like honestly, I think it would just be because the rapier does.
Look, that's why he's using this.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah. Someone
If-
send this to
He gets
Maria?
him money, he'll use it every 5 minutes. What are you on about?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just do non-lethal damage, and then when it's down, just go and. There we go.
You just
I
turned
see.
them
I
into
see. I
hero-
just made the DM like, oh shit, fuck! I didn't think of that.
True. I mean, you
Yeah.
are correct.
Yeah.
To be fair, I thought of that straight away.
So did
that
I.
was the first thing
But I
I
love breaking magic items.
thought. Sorry, the Ripper in the Ring last campaign. What?
All right, back
Um,
to the game, folks.
Yeah. Anyway, before Kia goes to take her rest, she will just walk past what's his face, Karanax. Just say, Asimar, as I said, don't trust anything you see.
He'll just roll his eyes at you.
Yeah. And she goes and huddles up in a corner somewhere and attempts to sleep.
Well, not before Tabor comes across over to you and says, basically goes, this book, I think it might benefit you more than it'll benefit me.
If it does what you say it does, I could use it.
I mean, I can give you constant supply of the material components.
I can give
Yeah.
you constant supply material. I can do
I'm
that
always-
myself.
No, but I'm always cutting them up anyway. So, and I'm gonna give you the book.
Yeah, she will very cautiously take it. In fact, she will. You hear her eyes like go buzzing as she tries to discern if it's actually a creature or if it's just a book that appears living, or if it's an actual living thing.
Roll me a nature check.
Could I do it with my watchful eye?
Watchful eye. What is that one?
It's the cyborg thing. This one. You gave me.
Yeah.
This elf does not have half of the elf traits. Not even just one, I think.
Okay. No, it's not gonna work.
Okay, so it's not a real creature, basically. What she's gonna discern. It just appears alive. Okay, that's good enough. So we'll grab it and attempt to attune to it.
All right. Yeah, you're attuned to it.
Okay. Raising wisdom, is that an action, bonus action, or free action?
An action.
An action.
Yeah.
Just one.
Tabor is gonna volunteer to take first watch. Before the watch starts, I am gonna recast with the last fucking component. We keep fucking killing it. The owl.
I'll stay on watch with DeBoer.
All right.
And then after I've cast it, I will start my first watch as such.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Both of us
Oh.
pick.
One of you, with advantage.
Oh, let me do it then.
Yep, off you go. I was going to say I'm going to use the owl, but yours is probably better than the owl.
Okay, so
Yes.
it keeps on raining for your entire watch. It keeps on raining. The city is still. It has never been this still and quiet before. It is almost enchanting how you can clearly hear the rain hitting the windows around you, and the corpse is covered in plate mail, as you can hear the rain clicking as it hits the plate mail, full plates. Nothing happens during your watch.
All right.
Who's gonna take second watch?
I can take the second watch.
I am going to sleep.
What did you say, Andy?
I said I'm in trance.
Okay. All right, Svorda.
Yes.
As during your watch, someone is going to join you, actually. Whitmore is going to be joining you. Roll me a perception check. She sits next to you and keeping an eye open as well. And much like the watch before, nothing happens. But she's going to try to converse with you a bit. I'm sorry if I insulted you before.
Don't worry. I get that a lot from people.
You see, we've only heard stories about what happens in the sewers, really. We tend to not go down there, mostly because of the crocodiles. But we have heard about a giant dwarf. People just call it a monster, the monster of the sewers. And it was. I'm a hunter. I enjoy the thrill of the hunt and such. And I almost thought that you were a mutated bear or something, you know? Who knows what they could have seen? I'm sorry I insulted you. And thank you for saving me. I owe you.
Swirly just grunts in and nods, almost as if he's like turned off his like stopped listening to what she's saying.
Yeah, you're a dwarf, all right. She says and nods. That's all that happens during that night, unless you want to do something.
No.
All right. Who's going to take the third and last watch?
I will. Kia will.
All right.
And will transform into a bear while doing it.
Okay. Someone is actually going to join you on your night.
Oh, who is it? Oh, it's him.
Yeah.
Well, then she's happy she's transforming into a bear.
Oh. Yeah, so he's actually going to. He has undressed himself from the armor. And he's going to sit next to you. And as he sees turn into a bear, he's going to huddle closer to you, almost pressing himself into the thick fur of the bear. Thank you for saving me before.
Phillips. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Cliff the.
Oh no, the one you saved.
Oh yeah, him. Oh yeah. Yeah. And she has like grunts, a bear grunt.
If we both get out of this city alive. What she said kind of scared me though. First time I've heard it. But if we get out of here alive, please take me to Drift. If I can't wield a sword, I have nothing to live for. I know you can't speak. But you know, you can nod.
She moves a claw. It's a floor, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just gonna carve a bit in the floor and just carve. It might cost you.
I have money. Don't worry. Despite what he said, I'm quite highly ranked. I used to be quite good.
Okay.
I lost my hand.
Then does a bear shrug and nods.
All right, that is the third and last watch.
So perception.
Oh yeah.
So I rolled. There are not that it matters usually. In fact, it doesn't matter. A 1 point difference. Do I roll with the bear or with Kia?
All of your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma does not change.
Exactly.
It
So
is
it's
only your
perception.
physical attributes. Yes.
However, I do get the keen smell though.
You do.
Yeah. So
You do get all the traits that from the bear.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So I do
Yeah,
have advantage on smell if that has any indication at this.
I mean, yeah. Sure. But however, it's a very calm night.
Okay.
Nothing happens. However, Kia, as you sit by the great, because I imagine that you sit almost on the rubbles that leads down, so you get a good view of both sides.
Mm-hmm.
As you sit there and you see the sun rising, covering the city in a beautiful orange color, you see something. You look down to the southwest, and you see a large pillar of black, thick smoke rising up. And that is where I'm going to end tonight's session.
Southwest.
Southwest.
Okay.
Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest.
The safe haven.
Yep.
Shit.
Yup. Kia already knew that would happen. She didn't say anything though.
All right. All right.
All right.
What do you think?
That was a lot of fun. Thank you for the combat.
Oh yeah, the combat wasn't hard at all though. It was
No.
just a breeze.
No, but I liked it.
There is breeze.
Oh yeah. Nothing hit you. Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing that got you was the fire.
I died! Fuck off,
Yeah.
nothing, yeah.
It's the fire. Did I get
Nothing hit the party. Tabor's out died in one session, and Tabor died in the next one.
Yeah. Did you all enjoy it? Specifically
did.
you, Hampus.
Yeah, I did.
All right, good.
Nah,
yeah.
shit.
Anyway, if there's somebody still out there watching, I hope you enjoyed. We'll be running next week as usual. However, if you're following this and you're not in the Europea, that was bad. We are changing to we're running out of daylight savings, so might be a bit different. Might need to check that out. Anyway, 11 Central European time every Saturday. Hope to see you. Yeah, either of.